Where is the map again?
Well, I'm going to be pulling it up for you guys to see, but
I saved them. They're all on my computer. My computer.
if it wasn't such a massive fucking undertaking, I would love to like redo them, make them maybe a little bit more stylized, and then
I was gonna say if you
make them in
help
like
with
poster size so that I can
Oh
sell
my.
posters of them.
if you do, I could probably help you because I have Incarnate and I made maps and they looked really nice when I still ran my campaign. I can just cross-reference it and make the actual fucking grounds
Takes
look nice.
forever.
It wouldn't take forever because for Incarnate's able to make like it's like yeah, you can make D&D maps, but you can also make like a map that's not like you know, the 5x5 squares and shit like that. If I still have it, I can show you what I
Can
made
I show
with
you
it.
guys my old D&D world map?
Oh no, probably not.
Let me find it.
We need to play another game that is just regular ass D&D. And play in this world map again, because that was fun.
Here's the world map. It's only 150 DPI this one, but I have like way higher quality ones. They're just way too
They're way too big to post.
too big.
Is this homebrew D&D or is it in Faerun?
This is homebrew D&D. Yeah, I made this map. You can zoom in super fucking far.
Wait, what?
And I mean, on this one, it's you can only zoom in so far because it's only 150 DPI. But I have it printed out on my wall, and it was really useful for like roads where they were the towns that you would pass and like continuity. One thing I added that I think more things should do is that like some of these countries are maybe more elf dominated, dwarven dominated. So like you know they're different races that had created those places, and that's where they're from. And so the individual names of cities underneath of the common name of them is written in that like language's speech. Even other human countries such as Tagisi or Snowholt, they are written in other human scripts and languages.
Oh, that's what it is. I thought it was just Chinese characters from afar.
Yeah.
Snowholt's the one up in the north with all the mountains, and I have Futhark.
Who's the
And then Tagisi is like my own language thing. It's like a sort of like
Slang.
Osa.
That's a common thing outside of the English-speaking world. A lot of cities, they have their English names and they have their actual names.
Here's this. As yours is based off of D&D and Whole, my campaign was based off of Ruby.
Ruby as in red, ruby, white. What?
Yep.
RWYB.
RWBY.
RWBY, sorry.
I love that show.
I adapted the
Shit.
map of Ruby
Cool.
into a D&D thing.
Wow.
Really
very
cool.
great.
So much forest. Just
Yeah,
like,
because the
jam-packed.
entirety
lot
of
of
Vale, Vale is like a forest island because they're all different islands. So it's basically huge forest, and then I was able to like foundation like the kingdom of Vale, and then everything else around it like cross-reference with the show because I had watched it in its entirety. But I also was able to plot like little bits and pieces in there of like things from like characters. So like Lumendel was like one of the characters' homes, I guess, because he was an elf, and it was like a circle dedicated to warriors type shit. And he was like, fuck you guys, I'm gonna go look at the stars and be a cleric of this deity that I created.
Period.
And the deity was based off of Shar.
We love Shar.
It wasn't Shar, it was like basically just my own rendition of Shar, which I really hope I still have.
Is everybody ready?
I'm absolutely
I
ready.
was born ready.
I just want to say
yes.
Charlotte's hair fix. So fucking that's the land of your darkness.
Oh, damn it. I forgot the overlay.
Apes.
Shit. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Magic and Mysterum Friday mornings. We're moving on to our official Session 2, no longer Session 1.5. Last session we enjoyed a long train ride where we got to meet and become closer between all the different players here and their characters, and then we all got sorted into our houses. Let's get a quick reminder as to what everyone is. Ida, you're Hufflepuff, right?
Absolutely.
Alice is Gryffindor.
Yep.
Rose is Ravenclaw.
Please don't give it away.
Millie is Hufflepuff as well.
Hufflepuff.
And Edgar, are you Slytherin?
Yes, I'm a snake.
A snake. So the little snake is snake. Okay. Well, that's kind of where we are. I sent you guys some music that you can pull up if you so wish to. It is in the music category there. We have classes. So this would be right after, basically the next day after our sorting ceremony had completed. The Great Hall this morning at Hogwarts is alive with the hopeful chatter of first-year students. The tables are filled with an enticing breakfast array, and the air scented with the sweet aroma of freshly made food. The tables are adorned with plates of eggs, bacon, and to everyone's delight, steaming waffles topped with whipped cream and berries. Golden morning light filters through the grand windows, casting a gentle glow over the faces of young witches and wizards eager to embark on this new magical journey. Today is your first day of classes, and the kids around you seem to be in high spirits. At the Ravenclaw table, Brett quietly sketches the scene before him, capturing the essence of this significant day with a smile. Nearby, Darcy at the Gryffindor table is engaged in a cheerful conversation with Mr. Logan Peel, who's adding his own boisterous enthusiasm to the mix. Delilah laughs heartily at Wilfred Gideon's attempt at humor, getting off on the right foot. The class clown's already drawing attention. Macy seems to be enjoying herself too. She's savoring her waffles with unabashed delight. Nearby, the Slytherin table is already awakening with the latest gossip. Shut up, Gemma says to Ernisia. She nods with a sly smile. Levi offers some of his banana slices to Taylor, who takes them calmly. So weird. You look around the room. Plates are filled, laughter resounds, and the promise of the day ahead fills every heart with anticipation. The magic of Hogwarts has finally begun. How we normally set up these sessions is we're going to start getting into sort of routine. So we normally have about an hour or less of warm-up, where, like for right now, we get to kind of role play with the fellow people in our houses. On top of that, you don't have to stay at your house. You can go elsewhere. You can walk around wherever you might want. Macy turns over toward Matilda. Did you want some waffles? I still got a stack over here.
I would love some waffles.
She starts loading up a plate for you.
What do you usually like to put on your waffles?
Strawberries are my favorite. But, You'd be surprised. Just a little bit of honey, just on the side, so you can like dip it in. It has that nice sweet flavor. Plus, honey's like a healthy sugar.
I don't really care about healthy. I just care about it tasting good.
She prepares you a little plate there. If you want to
Nice
go
of
really
her.
crazy, there's whipped cream.
Oh, please.
Meanwhile, Ida, Nolan is sitting next to you. Could you pass the syrup, please?
Can I pass the what?
The syrup?
You want syrup?
Yes. he confirms.
I know that he can't see her, but her face is like covered in whipped cream. She's like going absolutely barbaric with whipped cream fucking waffles.
He can tell that your mouth is full, but he can't tell that it's covered with whipped cream.
Okay, if you want. And she'll grab like the syrup and give it to him, but he's going to get a healthy smear of whipped cream on his hand.
Thank you. He says, and like puts it down, and then grabs the little napkin on the side and starts cleaning it himself quietly.
You're welcome.
Has anyone ever told you that you probably shouldn't talk with your mouth full?
No.
It's best manners to finish the bite first.
Really?
How else am I supposed to understand you?
she'll like swallow. I didn't know. I mean, I typically kind of have always just ate my stuff however I wanted. My dad didn't care.
Where are you from?
They call it a state. It's called like Montana or something.
Okay. Is
I don't
that
know.
in like the United States?
I think.
You don't know what country you're from,
No.
unless it's that or it's a state of being. Although I've never heard of Montana as being a state of being.
I mean, all I know is I kind of got like two letters. One said Hogwarts and one said Livermorny, something like that.
Oh, so definitely, Ilvermorny is in the States.
It's not liver.
No.
Oh, I thought it was liver.
I'm excited today for classes. I think we have transfigurations first. That's what Morgan said at least, but I don't know if I can trust him. What? Oh, is that some kind of? Are you prejudiced? No. You just
Who
kind
said
of
that?
chaotic.
Who said that?
Morgan.
No. The other person involved in the
Nolan
conversation.
said, "I don't know if I can trust him."
Okay, he gets a pass because it's Nolan, and I like him. I'll let it slide.
Yeah. So he's like, "Is that prejudice?" He's like an honest question. No. I'm just. You're kind of chaotic. Yeah, I get that. You were trying to make a blanket fort last night, and I succeeded. By the way.
Can I build a blanket fort?
Well, if you want, I can go over to the girls' dorm and we could build one together. They're actually really easy with the way that our dormitories are all set up.
I'll make a better fort than you.
You're fucking on, Morgan says, realizing a challenger has now appeared.
Ida puts her
Well, that's
hand
a-
out competitively, like you're on.
You'll take it. Tiny little hand.
Still like the big old smack of like competitor wise. Small the big hand.
Oh boy.
So what's this transfiguration class you're talking about?
Transfigurations. It's one of the many types of magic that we'll be learning here at Hogwarts for like 7 years. Did no one tell you anything?
I'm kind of new at this.
Oh. My parents have been going to Hogwarts for generations. Both my mom and dad graduated 1 year apart.
Cool. Hey, I've got a question. Why do you have a long stick?
Oh, you mean he pulls it because it's like resting on the table? This?
Yeah, why do you have a long stick?
This is my stave. So, you probably have a wand, right?
Yeah, they told me I couldn't have anything other than a wand.
Staves aren't often used, but I kind of needed an aid to get around a bit, so it kind of functions as both. Ollivander's new apprentice made it for me. It was the first stave that they've made in like a few hundred years, which is kind of cool. Otherwise, I have to go to Grigorovich and
Does
I
it
don't know
taste
about that.
nice?
Excuse me?
Does it taste nice?
He pulls it away from you a little bit. I wouldn't know.
Okay, well, let me borrow it real quick, okay?
No, I think I'll just keep it right here. It's a very delicate instrument.
It's a stick of wood.
A magical stick of wood. So No.
So
you put it in your mouth, you
probably
could lose
tastes
a few
nice.
teeth. You put it in your mouth, you could probably lose a few teeth.
Okay, here. Try my one. Try to bite it. Try taste it. Here.
I'm fine.
Just shoving
You put
it.
over his
Yeah.
mouth.
Just a little
But-
bite.
Matilda, I'm gonna cut away from that scene. It's funny. But Matilda, is there anything else? Do you want to move anywhere, go anywhere, talk to anybody?
Yes, I do. I want to go. Choices. There's 2 tables that I want to go to, so I gotta pick one.
D2.
Yeah, you're so right. Hold on.
I just said that as a suggestion.
No, that'll help me.
Beepity boppity boo.
Bibbidi boppity, rollity 2.
It's a
Bippity-boppity
50-50
Slytherin
with
table.
Jordan. Either you tell him what to do and he's like, "Fuck you," now I'm not doing that, or you tell him what to do and he's like, oh, "Thank goodness someone told me what to do." Isn't that right,
I'm gonna go
Jordan?
to this. I'm gonna go to the Slytherin table.
Oh.
Okay. You can see Edgar and Taylor, Gemma, Ernesia, Levi are all sitting there right now, enjoying their meal. Ernesia and Gemma have kind of been whispering back and forth. Meanwhile, Taylor turns over toward Edgar. You sleep well last night?
Not really. I was just so anxious I didn't sleep much.
Mm.
What about you?
I didn't sleep.
Why not?
I don't know. I think I was just really excited for today.
You definitely look the part.
I know. I'm a mess.
Were you watching the sea all night?
I just hung out in the windowsill. It was very calming. I could hear the
Yeah.
waves outside. I think I'll probably set up like a cushion out there for those sleepless nights.
That sounds
I'm a
like
bit
a
of an
very good
insomniac.
idea. Oh, my mom has the same issue actually. She uses some pills.
Oh, like melatonin?
I don't know. I think it's plant stuff that
Plants.
helps her sleep.
I heard about one dude who ate an entire venomous tentacula and turned purple. So I
That
wouldn't eat
sounds-
any plants if I were you.
Oh, I mean, that's a magical plant. See, it's normal plants.
There's a difference. She seems a little bit out of it. Levi, obviously you guys had your own little dormitory together. He says, "What's this on our schedule? Transfigurations? Do you know
Yeah.
anything about this, Edgar?"
No. I'm new to this whole magic thing. I think it's changing things. something like that. I don't know. Gemma would know better.
Excuse me? I heard my name invoked.
Ah, right. What is transfiguration exactly?
Transfigurations. You don't know? Fine. Transfigurations is the art of changing one thing into another. For
Right,
instance, a cat into a cauldron.
right. Of course I knew, but just need some reminding.
Be careful, some of these professors are sure to eat you alive.
Ah, well, that's why we have you here.
Am I your protector now?
I guess so, if you'd like to. I wouldn't mind a protector.
Like to? I'm not quite sure about that. But I'll keep you safe. For a favor.
Ooh, interesting.
Are we in agreement?
Of course we are.
Good.
I'm very
Lily
good at
comes
favors.
over at about this time.
I'm going to sit down like between Gemma and Ernesia. Just like insert myself.
Hello, Miss Gaunt. Gemma already knows you.
Hello. It's lovely to meet you properly.
Properly, yes. I heard your name last night during the sorting ceremony.
I
Surprised
noticed
you're
your
not here with
reaction
us.
to it. Really? What's so surprising?
Excuse me? Well, I mean, I don't want to insult you.
Trust me, you can't. You'll be fine.
Well, your parents must be a little surprised to hear the news.
Proud, if anything, to be completely honest.
Why?
What, should a parent not be proud of their Hufflepuff?
Normally, Gaunts are sort of into Slytherin, sort of
Are they now?
tradition at this point.
I've been hearing a lot about the Gunt family. From
Hearing?
other people.
Oh, you weren't raised by the Gaunts?
Of course I was raised by the Gaunts.
I'm not following.
Don't worry, I'm sure you'll catch up soon.
Well, you certainly have the silver tongue of one.
Do
If
you
wanna
really
sit
think
down
so?
with us-
I try really hard. My parents have instilled it in me since I was young.
If you want to sit down
Have to
with
mean what you
us,
say
feel
and say
free
what you mean.
anytime.
Thank you, that's very kind of you.
Of course.
Anyway, are you rich?
My family has a bit of wealth, yes.
Oh, I just thought so. I could tell by the look on your face. And your hair. It looks lovely.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Ernesia's there, like, rolling her eyes.
He's just like, what the fuck is this conversation? Like,
Oh my
this
god.
is stupid.
I'm Ernesia Green, by the way.
Oh, nice. I didn't ask. Thank you, though.
Ow.
Right. I think I'm going to get ready for Transfigurations class, she says, standing up.
What is that accent? She sounds completely funny.
Oh, she's Canadian.
Oh, she's Canadian. How unfortunate.
Commonwealth.
Commonwealth. Oh, she must be poor.
Cool.
I wonder what her
Commonwealth.
parents do.
You joke. The British do that as a Commonwealth, as someone from one of the Commonwealth.
Holy shit.
I mean, we're Canadian, so yeah.
Yeah.
This is why I'm making fun of Canada. It's fine.
It's good.
I've enjoyed her presence so far. You
Oh,
shouldn't
is she tolerable?
put her down so far.
Oh, is she tolerable?
Not quite. Yes.
Oh,
She always,
I'll have
she
to
seems to be a
reevaluate the
good...
way I think about her.
She seems to hear a lot of rumors.
Oh, really? She got an ear.
And Edgar here has a good eye for people.
Does he now?
Stop it, you. You
I
flatter
had
me
a good
too much.
feeling about this one.
Edgar Coleman, please meet Matilda Gaunt.
We've
Oh,
met.
we've met. Good morning, Matilda. How are you today?
I was so lovely. How are you?
Oh,
Didn't sleep
you
very
two
well.
know each other already.
We
Oh,
do know each other. Do you have a problem with that?
No, why would I?
I don't know, the
Oh.
tone in your voice and the look on your face.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
we're just in the same group, preparing for Hogwarts. That's how we met.
Oh, it was so
And-
fun.
Oh, it really was. And we shared the train ride here. Also very fun. But that jelly bean I ate was so disgusting. Oh my gosh.
Sorry, what did you say? The what was disgusting?
The jelly bean.
Oh, the jelly bean. Oh, those jelly beans were dreadful.
I know.
Oh, 1 second.
Please mute your mic. Oh, God. Please mute.
It's fine.
Okay. Coming from the other side of the table, Taylor is kind of leaning over the table, getting closer and closer to you,
Who's you?
Matilda.
Okay. Hello. Can I help you?
Got a lot of eye crusties.
And you smell like fish.
Inspiration to Jordan. You did a great job. Taylor, that
I already
is.
have one. Thank you, though.
I'm so sorry about her. That is rude.
Why are your eyes yellow?
You can't ask people why their eyes are yellow,
People
Matilda.
ask why my eyes are purple all the time.
No, they only ask you about your last name.
They also ask me about that. Anyway, why are your eyes yellow?
I was born like this.
Really? They're not contacts?
Did you hear me?
Did you hear me?
I was born with them, so no, they wouldn't be contacts. She
That's
looks over toward
fascinating.
Edgar like, get a load of this girl.
Can I insight check that? Look.
Oh my
Yeah, you can.
uh,
My insight is not amazing, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Okay.
Oh my god.
I don't. I got a 5.
You don't catch
I
it.
don't catch it.
Edgar, make me an insight check.
Oh,
See if you
okay.
can gain the greater subtext to her look.
Okay. Insight. Let's see. Um, 22.
Yeah, it's like they really don't value critical thinking over in Hufflepuff, do they? That's like the look. Like,
That's amazing.
apparently Edgar has like a bit of a connection with Taylor. He kind of understands her look a little bit.
Besties.
Okay.
Mhm.
Edgar's going
Soon
to
to
give
be.
a smirk back to Taylor, and then he's going to offer Millie a waffle. You should have some breakfast.
Oh, I already had a waffle, but thank you so much for offering. Gemma,
Why
would
not
you
have
like a waffle?
one? You definitely could use some weight.
Oh,
I beg your pardon? What did you say?
Edgar.
Say that again in my face so I can actually, have a good comeback for that bullshit.
All I said was you could gain some weight. That's what my grandmother always says.
Your grandpa's rude.
Grandma.
I'm
Edgar.
sorry, what?
You are going around and asking people if they are poor.
Well, yeah, it's an important question. I need to know who I can actually be friends with.
Why
Edgar,
can you not
good
be
first
friends?
impressions are important. Gemma says.
Stupid.
Levi's like just staying out of this. It's like I don't want to be a part of that.
Oh, why can you not be friends with poor people?
Obviously, I need to make a good impression on my family. It's important.
We
know,
shouldn't
upper
be
echelons
talking
of
about it.
society and all that. They need to know how to act at a soiree.
Okay.
Very right,
I,
Scott.
I think I will go say hi to Alice.
I'm at the
Goodbye for
Gryffindor
now.
table. Give my regards. She's lovely.
Of course, of course.
Good luck, Edgar. There is a reason why they put our tables on the opposite ends of the hall.
Why would they
Oh,
do that?
right. I forgot about that. I'll be
I'll tell you
careful,
all
though.
about it. And so Matilda and Gemma, talk for the rest of
Blah, blah,
it.
blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
Me, they're literally
Blah, 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 blah.
Wah,
Gossip, gossip,
wah, wah,
gossip.
wah,
Bitch, bitch, bitch. Yeah.
literally mean girls.
And
Literally.
Edgar walks across over toward the Gryffindor table where Alice, you are. Who would Alice be talking to in the morning?
Probably Darcy, because she's the one that she knows the best so
Mm.
far.
I see that at the end of the week we have flying class. We're gonna learn how to fly.
That's easy. You just gotta go ahead and do it, and then you're good.
Can I fly right now?
No, you have a broom.
A broom.
Yeah.
What would a broom have to do with it?
You ride the broom.
That's real?
Yeah, that's real.
Oh, that's kind of corny, don't you think?
Actually, it's very exciting, because you can play Quidditch.
Right, you guys were talking about that yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it now. Alright. Flying class. I'm excited.
I already know how to fly, so should be no issue for me.
Okay, big girl on campus.
It's a long story. My family.
I mean, most of us already do. Sam says. And Sally says, yeah, I mean, we've had practice brooms since we were, what? Looks toward Logan. 3.
Yeah, mine was like 5, I want to say.
Oh. Okay, you guys kind of get a leg up. Do
It's
go to
really
school
not that
too?
hard.
Or, like, because I just went to, like, kindergarten when I was little.
I was personally trained.
You went to school in Germany?
No.
Sam says. No, to Darcy.
Oh.
She said I went to kindergarten,
Oh.
which is a German name, German
Yeah.
word. No, there's some things lost in translation. It takes some time for the acclimation for Muggleborns.
Yeah, just, you'll be fine. It's not that hard.
I think they call it kindergarten a lot throughout Europe, even in the UK. So that wouldn't be.
No, here's the thing: wizards don't go to kindergarten.
I know, but
Wizards
it's
don't know what
still
kindergarten is.
it's still common, like language sort of thing that's been that way through the ages. Somewhat.
Das ist Kindergarten.
Yeah, wizards also wouldn't know what elementary school is or anything like that, or yeah, for the most part.
Womp womp.
Some half-bloods end up going, but normally pure-bloods, like the Peels, no, they get homeschooled. So that is when Edgar pops over.
Good morning, everyone. How are you today? And then he's going to sit next to Alice if possible, if not as close to her as he can.
Yeah, I'll scoot over. Hey, Edgar.
So how are you today, Alice? How did you sleep?
I slept fine.
I barely could get a close, a satire. Was there so anxious
Yeah, it
about
makes
today?
sense, dude. It's novel.
The beds here are pretty comfortable.
They are
Perhaps we
very
need like a boiler, though, Darcy says. It gets kind of cold, I guess.
It will in the winter. We're up in the Highlands, so.
Oh, Well, we're in a castle, a magical castle, so hopefully not. I don't think it's gonna get too cold in here.
There's a reason there's a lot of fireplaces and everything.
Oh, come on, we're gonna be fine.
I'm not saying it's gonna be like unbearable, but like they'll have fires going.
Hey, I live out in rural. Sorry, so I live rurally, so I'm no. Damn it! I'm no spring chicken when it comes to wood heating.
Spring
Ooh.
chicken.
You have to teach us about that. Maybe we will end up lost in the woods. I will need a campfire.
You were in the Diagonelli group, weren't you? She looks
I
toward
was.
Edgar. I don't know if we properly met. I'm Darcy.
Oh, I'm Edgar. Nice to meet you.
I like your hair.
Oh, thanks. I mean, they're pretty normal. Don't think there's anything special about my hair.
I always wish I kind of had curly hair. Got kind
Oh,
of those waves.
thank you. I wish I had straight hair. They look easier to manage.
What? It might be easier, but it's kind of more boring.
I guess so, but you can make them curly if you want. My mom has a machine that changes her hair.
Well, yeah,
There's
like
a-
just a wave of your wand, you could probably change it. Sally
there's a
says.
spell.
Oh,
There's a hair spell? Of course there's a hair spell.
A little bit, yeah.
teach me right now. What is it?
I don't know any spells right now because you're not supposed to.
It's called
Oh.
Cranus Muto. It goes like this. Sally pulls out her wand. You go... And I'm gonna roll to see if she can cast it. That's a
No, no.
No.
Wait, was that was a 5?
That's a failure. No, it's a failure.
Your
She has a
ballroom?
very good. That's a 9.
Yeah, no.
All she had to do was roll a 3 or higher, and she rolled a
And she
2.
didn't.
Oh. Okay. So she goes, and her eyebrows disappear.
Oh,
See? Now I have bright red hair.
you don't have the eyebrows.
Yeah.
Just a sharp cry.
Okay.
Okay.
I can fix it. I will do it properly. Look, can you repeat the spell again?
Now, Edgar, you actually can't. It's not available to you. Not until your first class today.
Can he not try?
You can't
He's
try.
gonna
No.
play.
You'll learn the rules soon enough. The Peels actually are special when it comes to transfiguration spells because their family are very big transfiguration wizards. So yeah.
Slay.
Unless you went to Mahotokoro, you have no spells.
No.
That's also why she failed to cast it. she could attempt, but eyebrows disappeared. Sally's like, we'll fix it next period. Oh my gosh.
It'll be fine.
It's fine. Who needs eyebrows?
Logan's laughing his ass off looking at his sister. You look really surprised. What's the problem, Sally? She's gonna grab a bottle of whipped cream and whip it at his head. He's able to dodge, which means that it hits a random person.
Good
I have
fight.
to roll. Exclamation point R 1D 28. 15. Okay. Second. One. That's Brett. Whoa! Logan moves out of the way, and the table directly behind you guys, which is the Ravenclaw table, Brett gets hit with whipped cream. Oh! Sally then hides. Anyway.
How's the snake pit?
Everyone is lovely, actually.
I
And
don't
I
believe that.
got myself a bodyguard. Her name is Gemma.
I really don't believe that.
Why?
Slytherins aren't good people.
What's that supposed to mean? I'm a
Hey, that-
Slytherin.
Edgar's a Slytherin, Nate says. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's just a harmful stereotype.
It's historically they're not great.
Nate, I've lived here for a few years now, and I can say that while every house has their ups and downs, Slytherin House tends to have
Mostly downs.
a certain kind of person.
That's definitely not true. Edgar is basically getting angry, by the way.
Like, you're fine, Edgar.
Said he would
I don't...
say something. 1 second. She would say, "Oh no, Edgar, I'm not talking about you or even anybody else in Slytherin. It just
You
tends
just
to
talk
have
about
certain
everyone
people.
in Slytherin.
No, there's just some people who are like that. Gryffindor has a lot of people who are pretty obnoxious." Her gaze like flicks over toward Logan, just for a second.
Mm-hmm. Can I roll an insight on that?
Yep.
Is that 5?
You got a 5.
Yeah, I got a 5.
Slytherins are all about individualism for the most part. It has a lot to do with the things that benefit you. And there's nothing necessarily wrong with that, but, well, it can leave other people in the dust. That's why Slytherin ends up being the house of ambition.
It's also why I don't really believe that you have a bodyguard. That doesn't seem like them.
Of course I have a bodyguard. She said that she can protect me, and then I owe her a favor. See? Bodyguard.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Individualism, Sadie says.
You would be indebted to them. That's the thing they want.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it's not that serious. It's just their way of making friends.
Okay. Sure.
That's very valid, Edgar, Sadie says. Sadie seems
Thank you.
to speak quite intellectually. She seems to be pretty smart.
Right.
Anyways, if you have any problems with Slytherins, I can go.
I don't have a problem with you. So please don't go.
Fine.
You cool? Logan says.
Edgar's fine. He's cool.
Well, Alice says you're cool. But are you cool?
Of course I'm cool. Look at that. And she grabs a waffle and tries to eat the whole thing in one bite.
Yo! That will actually impress Logan. Sam will be like, pull
I
back.
think Alice makes a face too.
Darcy does. Sadie does too. Darcy's like kind of enamored, like trying to see if you can actually do it. Make me a Constitution saving throw, Edgar.
Oh, he's going to throw up for sure. Okay, let's see. Constitution 13.
13? That's not bad. Yeah, you're able to... Cool. You have your mouth full of stuff.
That was very tasty, actually.
Swallow, Edgar. Swallow.
Fine.
Okay, Edgar's allowed here anytime, Logan says. Yeah, like, you're the gatekeeper here? Someone has to do it. Okay, that is Gryffindor House. Rose over in Ravenclaw House. The Ravenclaws, of course, as you learned yesterday, are a little socially awkward. The morning is nice, mostly calm, other than Brett getting a bunch of whipped cream down his back. Oh. I'm gonna have to go to class without my robes. You could just give it to the house helps. I'm sure they'll clean it. I wish I knew like some kind of spell or something. That won't be till charms class.
Yeah, there is a spell succeeding.
At least my sketch is okay.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. My internet just had a heart attack.
Oh, it's fine. We just moved over to Rose.
Okay, perfect.
What did you say, Rose? I didn't quite catch it.
She's just muttering. At this point, her eyes are like half golden. She's kind of still asleep. So she's kind of she's basically just daydreaming. But because her dreams are a little more vivid than they should be. Even her daydreams.
Make me a divination plus wisdom check.
How do I?
It's gonna be a custom
that?
roll. So
Is it the
you have your
divination-
divinations modifier plus your wisdom
Yeah.
modifier. You add those together, and then just roll a custom roll with the exclamation point.
Neat,
R
that's an
space.
8.
Mhm.
That's
Roll a
plus
d20 plus 8.
Yeah. That's probably one of the highest I've had at this level. 16.
The 16, you're kind of nodding off. You can hear these voices slowly drifting, speaking, and you drift forward. You see a classroom that 2x2 wooden desks are set up and arrayed in like a big grid, polished and worn. There is a man up at the front who instructs different things. He looks disheveled, kind of tired, and you can hear a large explosion. Fire wreathes up from a desk nearby, and you are jolted awake.
I should have slept better.
Are you quite all right, Rose? Billy says
I
beside
think
you.
my internet fucking died.
Huh? What did you say, Aurora?
Sorry, my internet died right after I woke up, and it cut out.
Okay.
So I didn't hear anything.
Billy says, "Are you quite all right, Rose? Kind of scared me there."
Old man, was the classroom had any distinct easy spot features?
It
Very
had
easy.
taxidermy animals that were set up on the walls, in cages and on stands.
There were. Sorry, I was dreaming of, I think, Transfiguration. I think.
Well, that's our next class. I
Oh.
have my schedule here. It says that we have it in the North Courtyard. I'm gonna still have to figure out where exactly that is.
If someone blows something up, I'm not going to be surprised.
Blow something up? Well, I shouldn't see why something so dangerous should happen in a classroom.
Yeah, it's magic. Strange things do tend to happen. It was either that or Defense Against the Dark Arts. I don't know where else you would have taxidermied animals in a classroom.
Taxidermied animals? Must have been quite a dream you're having.
Yeah, they're usually like that. I shouldn't have those flight tablets.
You looked so calm there. Just kind of sat down and nodded off. Do you need any food? We still have a bit of bacon. Are you vegan? Or
No,
any dietary restrictions?
she just starts. She grabs some food from in front of her, whatever is in front of her. She's not too picky. She just looks and says, "No, I just have visions sometimes. Potent, vague, just sometimes."
Oh. Okay. Billy looks a little skeptical, having just met you.
Rose is normal. This is normal. People don't believe her often.
Oh my gosh. Okay. What is going on? Jason, why are you
As soon
doing
as
this
you
again?
reckon
God damn it,
my
Haven!
name is Sir Perfiel Lothus. Ye hath summoned me, O cursed soul, upon your lands, which turns your back on the oblivion one of you look back and flinches.
Remember,
oblivion
he's going
spread.
insane at work.
Foolish souls ye made holy over the grace of your God.
Also,
Jake-
Jason, I agree with shanking Wilfred.
He did this like on Wednesday too. He was in the chat, fucking talking in tongues.
Oh my goodness.
I
Did
can't.
he
I
give
couldn't.
somebody a D4 and you didn't notice?
No, he's
Uh,
no.
Hey, you're not
That
allowed
didn't
to speak in
happen.
tongues unless you give something and are not noticed.
That's why
I mean,
yesterday
Get
I
a grip.
popped in.
I
Is-
did notice that
who's-
there was a 1 point to Hufflepuff from Meg last night, so I'll give that to Thursday night.
Yeah, I popped in and I was like, "What's up, losers?" And I started giving points, and I was like, "I'm bye." And then Jordan's like, "Well, it's kind of not spoilers." I was like, "I'm back again."
Eh. So who's kind of name
Who's kind of what?
like sitting near me?
Well, just about everybody. You have Billy on your right-hand side. On your left, you probably have like Saoirse, who's just reaming into her meal. On the other side, you have Drusilla and Reese, Janice and Brett, who's trying to clean off his robe right now.
As
That's all of them.
Rose kind of says, you know, there's a cleaning spell, right?
Yeah, if only I knew one, he says.
Rose was thinking.
It's called Scourgify, Janice says, like looking through a little itinerary of the day. Oh,
We have what
okay.
do we have today?
Score, and she grabs his arm from beside. Not at the table. Oh, I do not need my breakfast exploded in my face. Thank you.
No one does. At least
Go ahead and
not
set the
today.
Vita courtyard on fire. Why don't you?
I just kind of think. Do you have a habit of spells going terribly wrong?
It's first year. I've been told to watch out for that kind of thing. Which is why I think it's only right that we only cast spells in classroom time. I'll need a wayward spell coming over and killing me.
I just thinks. Yeah. Do you know of any professors that have a fancy for taxidermied animals?
You do realize that this is my first time at Hogwarts, same as you, right?
No.
Oh, well, it is. I've
Well, we
I've
don't
certainly
know.
never been here before.
I don't know if you've heard stories from any of my parents or brothers or sisters.
My mother didn't go to Hogwarts, so. Most of
Well,
what
neither
I've
did
learned,
I.
it's through Hogwarts history, or through the many helpful, the many helpful materials the Hogwarts provides to new students. Did no one else order them?
I was told from my father. He basically gave me the rundown.
Honestly, I think it should be mandatory.
Why waste your time? You have a first-hand account.
First-hand accounts can be biased. Quite far, too. Written word is more palpable.
It can also be biased. The author is still human.
At least it's written by the actual institution, rather than by some person who probably failed most of their nudes.
I mean, it can be, if it's written by the institution, doesn't that make them more biased? Put them in a favorable light since no students.
Not when you're trying to learn about the institution. Duh.
Oh, then definitely it's very biased.
I agree with you, Aurora, but out of character.
I know. I studied history. This is kind of the things we were taught, so my brain's running like a shit ton.
It's
And I
around
just
there.
look. I look to Drusilla, and I just if I just sleep well, mother.
Oh, I don't really sleep much. Not really. What about you? You slept okay?
Well, I slept at the table, so not really.
Oh dear. On the common room?
No, just now, I kind of drifted off.
um, best watch out for history and magic class. The professor will get you when it comes to that. I
Is
heard
it
of a
really going to be
little.
that?
I heard of a little fix though. Apparently, you can use tape or the sticking charm to stick your eyelids open. Keeps you awake.
Well, fair enough. Uh, I just then continue to think. I just ponder on what I finish eating.
The bell goes off. All the food disappears at your table. Class time. You coming? Drusilla asks you.
I just look. Well, personally, I do have to. I don't know. Just run amok somewhere.
Skipping classes already?
If I knew it caused some chaos, maybe I would. But to be honest, learning some magic is probably the best way to cause chaos.
I like you.
But she also just checks, like, rubbing her eyes just to check and goes, all right. And she, like, taps, like, rubs both of her eyes. All right. No more till later. Right? It kind of keeps going.
As you all leave the warmth of the Great Hall, you step into the grand entrance. So we went over it a tiny bit last time. Let's actually show your shit. So first of all, this is your Hogwarts schedule. Mondays, first period, we have Transfigurations in the first floor North Courtyard. After that, we have Magical Theory, then lunch, then History, Magic, and Muggle Art. And our fifth periods are all open, and on Fridays, we have a half day. We kind of have that for the first 2 years, and then after that, no more. Let's go over the actual school proper. So, as we were talking about before, this is, of course, the castle that we all know and love. If we simplify it down into this, it's a lot easier to palette. So we have the Great Hall that we all know, a viaduct courtyard that connects to it, and that Great Hall has a staircase that leads up into Ravenclaw Tower. It's the biggest tower that you always see on pictures. That's where the moving staircases are in, the Ravenclaw Tower specifically. Ravenclaw Tower connects to this sort of this building on the other south end of campus called the Quad. That is canon. Inside the Quad is many different things, such as Gryffindor Tower, the hospital wing, the second floor girls' bathroom, and also it connects back. You can see in the background, it connects to the clock tower via the hospital wing. On that south campus, there are 3 bridges. One of them's not visible in this image, that lead to the north of campus. There is the Viaduct Bridge, which is that big one with the big long columns that we always see at the front. And then there is the Stone Bridge that connects the Quad to this building, which we'll talk about. And further back, where we can't see, there is the Suspension Bridge. So, most of our classes are going to be happening in the north of campus, on this side. The Oxford building is a huge building, is going to house most of your classes in here. We're talking DADA, later on, arithmancy. It also houses art class and history of magic, and divinations is in there, ancient runes, stuff like that. That's going to be the Oxford building. Also, the library is in the Oxford building. Surrounding the Oxford building, you have greenhouses, which of course is where your herbology class is going to be. You can see in the background there's the astronomy tower, but to get a better view of what's behind the Oxford building, we're going to actually have to go to the... let's look at the simplified Hogwarts map here. Behind the Oxford building, we have the North Courtyard area, also called the Transfiguration Courtyard. There's a bunch of classes that surround an interior courtyard, and the astronomy tower is there as well. This is where Professor Dumbledore fell off and died, in the North Courtyard. You can see the suspension bridge here. The quad, hospital wing, Gryffindor Tower, Clock Tower Courtyard, just across the way. And if we actually look into the more detailed version that I made, we can get a much better view. So let's look at the south of campus here. If you recall, if we're down here, the Great Hall, when we first came into the school, we went through the boathouse, went up the switchback stone staircases, into the viaduct courtyard, and entered into the Chamber of Reception, which is that little place that has the graduating class pictures of Hogwarts. We have the entrance hall, which everyone should know well from the movies, and the Great Hall. The stairs can lead up and down into the dungeons, as we talked about last time. The quad kind of has just one big hallway that runs along it, and a south courtyard in the middle. There's a few different places here, such as Classroom 11 and a few other ones. Filch's office is down here. And you can see stairs are in the towers. Gryffindor Tower, access to the Gryffindor Common Room, is to the top left over here. Otherwise, you would either be going up the marble staircase, or be going up one of these staircases to go up floors. If we look over here, we have the Clock Tower Courtyard, Clock Tower Tower and Courtyard. And not visible on this image, but is on the zoomed out one, there is the wobbly wooden bridge. That's where it is, right next to the Clock Tower Courtyard. You guys might remember it from the movies. Lupin and Harry are talking on the bridge about, you have your mother's eyes. That one. So, Viaduct Bridge is probably the longest out of all of them. Then we have Stone Bridge, shortest, Suspension Bridge. That leads into the north of campus. The Oxford building, as you can fucking see, has so many classes in there. But then on the left, we can kind of see this little right-hand corner here. What it is that it's like a hallway that has open windows that look out into a north courtyard on the right-hand side, and on the left-hand side, you would have like rooms that enter into classrooms in here. There's a little building right here. I don't really have a name for it. Charms class will be in this building. There's an astronomy tower courtyard, which is how you enter into the astronomy tower. A lot of people hang out in the North Courtyard. The North Courtyard's a major hub. The North Courtyard is the place where Draco Malfoy got turned into a ferret by Barty Crouch. We can see the greenhouses in greater detail out here surrounding. And right over here, up in this little, greenery area, that is where the flying class in the first movie took place. Right here. This little thing, it's not labeled, but it's actually called Merlin's Gate. This little thing. You can view higher quality images by going into the reference categories. And of course, this is the Black Lake that surrounds it all. Cool. So, today, let's follow along with our description. Okay, you step into the grand entrance, and the famous moving staircases await. They shift and turn, forming a bewildering yet fascinating maze, each step leading you further into the mysteries of the castle. The polished banisters, worn smooth by generations of students, guide your way as portraits lining the walls watch with interest. Beyond the staircases lies the halls of the quad, a place where history is blended upon the very architecture around you. Stone archways frame glimpses of the south courtyard outside, verdant, clean, and inviting. The hallways stretch forth, lined with doors leading to unknown rooms and nooks filled with mysteries to unfold. Our journey across campus to class continues across the suspension bridge that seems to float above the expansive chasm below. Each step resonates with a hollow echo. The wooden planks creak gently beneath your feet with delight. The wind rustles through the stone below, bringing with it the sense of the western forest. Finally, you arrive up into the north courtyard area. A hollow hall filled with the warmth of sunlight and the murmur of students sharing stories. The courtyard is framed by high stone walls, vines trailing gracefully, and open archways revealing tantalizing glimpses of an old fountain and a willow tree nearby. Students gather under its boughs. A metal plaque denotes it as a tribute to the love of fallen warriors of old. A door on the left-hand side of the hall beckons, leading you into the Transfiguration. Wait, whoops. I gotta zoom in a bit. The Transfiguration classroom. Check where was I? As you enter, the room greets you. Desks are neatly arranged, waiting for the students, and the walls are adorned with intricate symbols and diagrams. Rows of 2x2 wooden desks stretch out across the room, polished and worn by years of diligent study. At the front, the teacher's grand desk, sits with less than neatly stacked papers. 1 minute, I'm just going to pull up some art preemptively. If you guys want to know more, in the reference categories, of course, we have the entirety of the Hogwarts map. But if you go into the art category, you will see Hogwarts locations. And you'll be able to see, I've found reference images for every Hogwarts place. Every place in Hogwarts. So, or most places in Hogwarts. Okay. Teachers. There we go. That'll help me out in a second. I'll just open it up over here. Okay. Groups of students gather. Some perched on the desks, others standing in clusters, engaged in animated conversations. Their laughter and voices fill the room, mingling with the soft rustle of others taking seats and gathering books and supplies. Everybody here, you guys would be sitting next to somebody. So, you may either roll me 1d28 to do it random, or you may choose a partner to sit next to.
Gemma.
Ida, you're sitting next to Gemma?
Oh, yeah.
I think you need to draw up a chart for just chaos that Ida does.
Oh, yeah,
just roll through.
absolutely.
Yeah, Gemma sits down and she's like kind of waiting for Edgar when you suddenly sit next to her.
Hi,
Hello?
Jemmy.
It's you.
How you doing,
Don't you have
Jemmy?
somebody else to bother?
What? I can't come and talk to my favorite Jemmy?
You know it's not funny, right? Like, it's gotten old already.
Wow, you don't like me anymore, Jemmy?
I didn't like you in the first place.
Okay. I'm still sitting here, though.
So you guys sit next to each other? She's like, shit, no, I have to sit next to this fucker. Alice, what about you?
Let's do a random. Let's see
Okay,
what
roll
happens.
1d28.
I'm just imagining later, Meg, you have this giant D100 table.
It's a
And it's
27.
just, you just...
Okay. Sorry. That's technically Matilda, so it's up to Matilda if she wants to sit next to you.
I don't care.
Okay.
Alright.
You, Matilda, you are getting your stuff ready here, and a Gryffindor sits down next to you. It's Alice.
Hey, Matilda.
Hello, Alice. It's lovely to see you today.
You wanna work together?
I'd love to. I think that could be fun.
Good.
Oh. Okay, Edgar. What about you?
Millie's not always a bitch.
Can I sit next to Levi?
Levi? Yeah, totally.
Oh, Levi. Okay.
Levi, yeah. It'll take some time. It's all good. You go to sit down first, and kind of plopping down on the seat next to you is Levi. Okay, us Muggleborns gotta stick together, right?
I'm not a Muggleborn, but yes. Are you excited?
I misread that. My bad.
You're grand. I'm a half-blood.
I don't really care much about all that. I just
Okay.
this is really new to me, and I'm kind of scared that I'm gonna fuck something up. Sorry,
No.
he wouldn't say fuck something up. He said mess something up.
I'm pretty sure you're gonna be great. Don't worry about it.
Well, if you have any tips and tricks, it'd be much appreciated.
I don't have any. Sorry.
Okay, so that's Edgar. Rose.
Where was I sitting from where? Where was I sitting when I saw that vision? Because that's probably where I will sit.
Huh? You
Because
you were in the Great Hall. That's a completely different place
Yeah,
from where we are now.
But in the vision, I was sitting at a desk, so I would probably sit
okay.
there. So
Roll a
I'll just roll,
d1d28.
you know. $11.
That's next to Nolan. Nolan's working. He is getting out his books there and starts flipping through some pages, feeling the top half of the page, and then you can hear somebody sit down next to you. Ida?
No, bonjour, monsieur.
Bonjour. Have you met him properly?
No.
Okay.
No, I think didn't you? Because you were there. You were there in the in the bookstore.
No, I was no. That was Kate. Kate met him. I was with you.
Oh,
We
okay,
didn't
no.
really meet properly at all.
Hi. I don't think we met. I'm Nolan. Nolan Anderson.
Rose Estrada, pleasure.
Rose Estrella. You were sort of into Ravenclaw, if I recall correctly. I have a pretty good memory.
I have a pretty good foresight.
Oh, you're into divinations?
Oh, I'm a seer.
That's quite the thing to kind of claim so early on, don't you think?
To be honest, they all claim it at some point.
I love
Yeah, but they all-
divinations. I don't know if I've kind of garnered enough respect to properly call myself a seer, but I do love. I've been learning ancient runes so far. You know, rune throwing.
Wonderful. The runes work quite well. I've seen quite a few of them.
Do you want a reading?
From you, sure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're a seer, how often do you get someone else to give you a reading, eh?
Well, I don't claim to be a seer officially. My mother always said that.
Oh,
Joy said
all
I had
good.
the talent of one.
Let's see. I actually have runes,
Lovely.
so I'm actually rolling them for you. He throws them down. He kind of like holds his hand over top of them. Okay. And you can see him like feeling them because, of course, Nolan is blind. So he is feeling out what runes they are. You have 2 today. Manaz and... Which one is that one? And Thurisaz.
Versus?
Thurisaz. Thurisaz. They look like this. One kind of looks like an M. Oh, it's, looks like that. And the other one looks like a kind of P with a line above it. Okay, let's see what they are. Mana's is 20, okay. Manas, it holds power around this time of year, which is really strong then. It has to do with meditation, idealism, and autonomy. It's all about your ability to properly manifest the world around you. So it looks like you're going to be getting what you want, so far at least. Let's see. Thursaz is 3. Never rolled a Thursaz. Out of character. It is talking about taking risk, trying not to break the rules. Good luck for people who are thinking about their strategy and enchantment. So, if you work hard on and be strategic in the next coming weeks, then good luck's coming your way.
She kind of laughs and says, I do love the vagueness of this. Doing anything.
Well, it's all about the interpretation of the seer, is it not?
It is. And she just says, I saw something this morning, actually.
Yeah?
No, I know Nolan's blind, so I said, it was somewhere in front of me, the fire, right?
It was to your right.
It was to my right. I kind of say, if you face forward and listen to your right, I think there might be quite the ruckus today.
I would imagine so. It's first year transfiguration class.
I asked, if you know of divination, do you know of my mother then?
What's her name?
Her name is Celeste Astral.
I'll make a history mind check for him.
He also says,
He says, "Oh, I've read her book on tea leaves. We don't really get many braille books back where I am, so it was one that I've read probably 2 or 3 times. That's amazing. You're her daughter?
Le Veuve. I'm her daughter. As she was called in France, Le Veuve, as she gained the name both affectionately and mockingly. I'm her daughter.
You must feel really lucky. I mean, it would be nice if I wasn't completely alone on this kind of stuff."
My mother taught me a lot. She was very insistent I learn to use my abilities.
Maybe you can help me out. Open my third eye or whatever.
She just taps him on the head with his wand and goes, maybe. But you have to be able to see without seeing, So I think it'll come naturally to
I
you.
think I do already a pretty good job of that. So,
like I said, it shall come naturally to you.
He chuckles. Seems like he has a good humor when it comes to his disability. Okay. The chatter is cut through by the tapping of shoes upon the ground. Entering the room, the teacher arrives. All right, everyone, find your seats. Find your seats. My name is Professor Dilderow. He writes his name on the blackboard and punctuates his I with a definitive tap. Now I'll be your transfiguration teacher for the foreseeable future, so I suggest it would be best if we got off on the right foot. Yes? Good. Professor Dilderow presents an intriguing figure as he turns to the class. His appearance a blend of scholarly elegance and possibly endearing disarray. Clad in a dark purple overcoat, his apparel adds a touch of formality. He layers it with a corduroy vest that looks somewhat worn. His tie, hastily done up, hangs slightly askew. His young face is framed by slightly messy brunette hair that seems perpetually tousled, as if he's just emerged from deep thought or a bad night of sleep. A 5 o'clock shadow graces his jaw, adding a kind of a rugged touch to his scholarly demeanor. Dark bags under his hardened eyes speak of late nights spent in the pursuit of knowledge, or something. Please open a beginner's guide of transfiguration to page 3. Wands will be left on desk or to your side until the practical portion of class. Now, who can tell me what transfigurations is?
And
And so this is a mini game. Kat just won it. Whoever can say hand, or technically if you do have your camera on and you put up your hand, then you get to answer, kind of. Anyone can put up their hands. The person who does it quickest gets an added D4 onto their roll. So today it's going to be a history of magic check to know the answer. And I will always send you the answer in your hidden chat, if you don't already know it.
I'll put up a hand too.
Sure.
Edgar as well.
I mean,
Anyone can roll.
I will also put my hand up.
Whoever gets highest gets the answer and gets 5 points to send to their house. There's also another optional rule that I do personally love, but not all players are into. If you get a natural 1, I'll still call upon you, and you have to give me a dumb answer. It can be funny. Does anybody want to opt out of that?
Is it
Go. I made a mistake.
is it history magic? Yeah, it is. Okay.
I may or may not have accidentally
Wait, you
clicked
mean
on
magical
Althea's.
theory? Oh, wait.
Oh, whoopsie.
Does anybody want to opt out of the natural 1 rule?
What's the
nope.
natural 1 rule?
no.
If you get a natural 1 when you're or maybe
just
like
like
a
a
really
shitty
low roll, a really shitty roll, when you roll for me, I'll still call upon you, and then you have to give me a stupid answer to the
Oh
question.
shit, I love that.
Thank you, because I love it too. But some people, it makes them really anxious. So does anybody want to opt out of that? Sounds like we're all cool with it. Okay.
I like
Cool.
giving stupid
It's,
answers.
I think it's. Yeah, there's always the 1 in 5 chance.
Always want to. Yep.
Both me and Matilda got the same.
Wait.
Okay.
Meg, you got to roll. Oh no,
What?
you did. Never mind. I'm tripping. Never mind.
I accidentally did roll on Friday
Ooh,
night.
Alice and Matilda got the same thing, but Alice got the added D4. So Alice, high or low?
Hi.
Oh wait, no, not high or low. Heads or tails?
Oh.
I have a coin.
Heads.
Yeah, tails.
Tails.
Let's go.
Oh,
Let's start out
nonsense.
with, and I'll,
tails never
I'll send
fails.
you the answer.
Well, I didn't even listen. I was so out of it.
Jordan never hears
Oh.
the question ever. Ever.
I always know when it's coming though. So I'll catch like maybe the last word of the question, and I'm like, oh yeah, we're asking questions, and then
You'll
I'll
be like,
update,
"Hand
like, and
and
I
then
didn't
it's
hear
like,
the
okay,
question,
Jordan,
but
and
it
you're
happened.
like, what's the question? What?
I
Sorry?
was daydreaming. What's the question? um. I
Ye
will say
foot is a crusty abomination.
this.
Oh, he said I rolled on Friday night and I said suck my foot.
Okay. I'll ask the question again. So he says, now, who can tell me what transfiguration is? A bunch of hands go up. Miss Gaunt.
I believe transfiguration is changing one thing to another.
In a vague sense. Yes, very good. 5 points to Hufflepuff.
We
And-
get points.
You get house points. That's how you gain them, for the most part.
No, he says that in character very
Oh, okay.
low.
If you lose house points, it's normally a minimum of 10 that you'll lose, or more.
Oh my
Depending.
god.
Natural ones don't lose you house points, but if you get nat 20s in classes, you also get 5 house points.
Ooh.
Okay. So he said 5 points to Hufflepuff. Yes. Transfigurations is an art that many can attempt, but few master. It's also some of the more trickier of spell work to accomplish without side effects. You can see Sally, who's currently, holding her eyebrows. Today we're going to have the opportunity to do just what our young student explained here, to change or add new properties to items at your disposal. You all read from the textbook about Transfiguration spellwork and are directed to page 10, where depictions of wand work are illustrated. If you check your desk, you should find some simple materials. Bunch of people start opening up desks, and you can see 2 wooden blocks and a glass goblet. Now, we will follow the instructions on the page to cast our first spell. The spell is pronounced epoximize. Say it with me. Epoximize. I heard one of you guys do that. Very good. We'll use our 2 blocks and stick them together, like so. Dildro takes one of his blocks and rests it on top of the other, like epoximize, he states simply, and taps the blocks. And the 2 look to glue together. They kind of fuse together like glue. He takes the top block with 2 fingers and lifts it, lifting the other one with it. If you are successful, you may choose to study and practice the remainder of class. Good luck! And everyone at this time must attempt epoximize. So, let's talk about spell attempts. This is our tutorial for classes. So everyone's going to do /attempt. You'll find a little box show up as a spell, and you're going to write out epoximize. You do not have to fully write it out, technically. You just have to get the first 3 letters correct. And then it'll prompt you, did you mean expecto patronum? So epox is E-P-O, not E-X-P, whoever put that one.
Oh, I was having a distinct moment.
Meg put exo. So if, as we can see with Meg, if you don't get at least the first 3 letters correct, the search mechanic
like,
doesn't work very well. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Sorry, I'm having a
Bitch,
dyslexic
what?
moment trying to write it, and I was like, wait,
But
it's EXOP. Fuck.
I like
It-
how you did that twice. You did EXP and then you did
Epox.
EXOP.
yeah, E-P-O.
But you know what I mean, though, right? It's like when you're hearing the word in your brain, I was like, epoximize, EXP. Wait,
Yeah.
fuck, no.
Wait, shit.
That's definitely some dyslexic thought right there.
The ADHD is popping right now.
And so when you do that, it'll automatically cast for you. We've already seen a few people are doing that. We saw Matilda be able to cast it. Alice casts it. There's
minus
Edgar.
7.
Oh, fuck, I did
God.
fuck up again. I didn't realize
Just a
that.
Yeah.
question.
Edgar, minus
My
Seven.
transfiguration
What-
is
Can I use
One
what
minute,
I
please.
rolled earlier?
Yes, Aurora?
Can I use what I rolled earlier for this?
What do you mean what you rolled earlier?
Double check.
I have the ability to substitute rolls. Does this count? Does this count? Once?
Yes, this counts
Oh,
under the
you
rolls
mean
that you
like
can
your-
substitute
You
for
should,
your
So
class
then I
ability.
can just.
you
yeah.
should try rolling it first, because if you succeed, then you can keep your numbers.
Did you roll it
Yeah.
Did you roll it today?
I
Like
rolled at
out
the
of
start
character?
of today. Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, then you
Sorry,
can
I
use
was
it.
double checking notes.
I always, whenever a day ticks over, I always do those potent kind of rolls because
Cool.
that's how
You
I
should like
understood it
roll
to
it
work.
normally in the bot first to see if you
Yeah.
like succeed, because then you can keep your roll.
Yeah. Check
Yeah.
if you succeed first.
I may or may not have rolled once and then fucked up spelling it again just to check my notes.
So,
-7
Yeah,
is
natural
insane.
There you go.
Well, 5 minus 4.
well, unnatural one,
31.
yeah.
Yeah,
So,
not 31.
if you want to substitute that number for what you've rolled, then you can. Now, let's actually talk about this. So everyone's rolled for their stuff. You're going to get grades. I'm actually going to grade you on this shit for what number you get. So the number matters. You'll also be able to see there is a green or red line on the left-hand side. That tells you if you succeeded or failed. So the spell was cast successfully, the spell failed. We can see both in here. Most DCs for spells are 10 plus spell level. So for cantrips, it would be a 10. For level 1 spells, it would be 11 to cast. Some spells later on in the game have higher DCs, but you might see -7, +4. These kinds of things are determined by your School of Magic modifier, the ones we gave you that came along with your wand. It's that plus an associated skill. So for transfigurations, it's your transfigurations modifier plus your strength. If you have a negative transfiguration modifier, which most people do, and a negative strength, you're probably going to be shit at transfigurations.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of our fun little mini game. The way spellcasting works is that when we're in class, we have a list of spells that are available to us. We'll go over that in a second. You can attempt these spells in class. Whether you succeed or fail, it doesn't matter. You are then allowed to cast those spells outside of class. So like let's say I casted Apoximize like Rose, but I failed to cast it. Outside of class, if you feel the need to cast Apoximize to stick things together, you can try it out. You might still fail, or you might succeed. You have to cast a spell correctly 2 times to have it locked in, meaning you never have to roll to cast it again. This allows us to immerse ourselves in the learning experience of Hogwarts. As well as, one more little rule, if you haven't attempted a spell in class, you cannot attempt it outside of class. Which is why Lemon was not able to do Krina's Speedo.
Rip. It's okay. Edgar will never learn transfiguration spells. It's fine.
SOS.
Yeah, Edgar, you have like a -7, right?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
He's
Now-
so bad at it.
Now, there's a good thing to know. After each semester ends, we have downtimes. Okay? And in those downtimes, you get 1 free bump up to one of your magic schools. So if you had a -5 in Transfiguration, then you get to bump that up to a -4 instead, and so on and so forth. You can also use your downtime slots, which we'll go over eventually, to bump it up even further. So if you're like, I really hate that I have a shit mod, you can put work in and make it better. But I would say, if you're failing a class, enjoy it. It can be pretty funny. It's something to role play as well. You're like, oh, I suck at transfigurations. You don't worry. There's things people will be good at and things people will be bad at. I know Jordan played a character that almost exclusively got teased, which is for troll. That was Omar.
He was a troll.
He was a troll, so.
Let me do. Never mind. Just kidding.
Okay. Yeah, I'm still giving the tutorial explanation about the mechanics and how they work.
No, that's not what I was gonna say. What you're thinking?
So, I'm going to place down some initial grades. These can change. I kind of give grades based off all the spells you're going to be casting, but it'll help me to place some. So, Ida, you got an 8.
No, I got a 22. I checked notes.
Okay, double check notes. So in intellect casters, when they fail to cast a spell in class, they can use double check notes once per day, and they get to re-roll that spell. Huh?
Can I do it then as well? I'm also an intellect caster.
Then yes, you may if you wish.
Oh. I forgot
Okay.
that was a thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, instead of an 8, it's a 22.
Okay, that's way better.
Uh,
Alice?
0.
15.
15? Not bad, not bad. Rose?
Just doing it again. 4.
What was the higher of the two? 4?
Did you
That's
still want
why
to
I
replace
want-
it though?
Yeah, do you still want to replace it? Because you can still do that. What would
probably
become?
talk
That
how to,
goes to 12. That
you should
becomes
probably talk about how to fix that in the website.
Yes, I'm about to. I'll be
Okay,
right.
cool.
I'll come right back to it. Millie?
I got an 18.
Not bad. Edgar?
I think it was a 6.
A 6. Okay. All right. So Yes. So Rose, you have the great part about using the bot for these is the bot will on the website keep track of all of it. It'll keep track of what spells you have locked in, how many attempts you've made on them. Later on, there's researching, and it'll keep track of that. Right now, Rose, your website should show Apoximize if you refresh it as being a spell that you've attempted but failed. It should have like an X over it or something. If you click the edit button and then you go down to Apoximize, you'll see all the different settings. I want you to place it as one successful attempt. Or successfully cast once or whatever it says.
Yeah, we got.
You got it?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Then you can click save.
Make
and
sure you make
turn
sure you
off
click
the
save
edit.
at the top because it won't save if you don't.
Save button, save button.
I've done that more than once.
There it is.
Oh,
There you go. It's at the
Yeah.
top.
cool. So we've all attempted Apoximize to varying degrees. Ida, you wait. You start going through your notes here. Oh, good. Okay.
Can I?
Apoximize. You try once more, and the two blocks fuse together immediately. Yes.
Oh, I was gonna ask you. Can I Apoximize Gemma to her seat?
Yes. Yes, you can. You're like, wait a second. Flip through your notes.
Look over at Gemma. Just
Apoximize. You tap her seat. She's going to make a little perception check. She gets terrible, so she didn't notice. She's busy.
Oh my god.
Apoximize. So we'll find out later. There are 33 comments on Twitch. What is happening?
Me and Jason are fighting.
Oh my gosh.
He's
You
making
suck balls. You're nerfing. This is the Holy Land. Alex has no power here. I can nerf you. Jason, I can just block you from Twitch. I wouldn't, though. Ye doesn't hate thy, for thy is nothing but the right arm of our Lord.
What the fuck is going on?
I don't know if he knows what the word thy means.
That is certain of they.
Wait,
I
I do have
they
a
are the
secondary
right
question to
one.
the Apoximize, just
It
for
would be
shits and
the-
giggles. Since
Yeah.
you got a really terrible perception,
Yeah.
can I do a little stealth roll and do something?
What would that be? Okay, sure.
Shove a whiz bang in her pocket.
Wonderful. That would be a sleight of hand check,
No, yeah, I
not
was gonna say.
stealth.
Why do I feel
23.
Like this is what I saw.
Mm-hmm. Is it lit?
Oh my god, he's going to hate you.
Okay.
She's going to at least do this, Apoximize her to her chair, and be like, "I'll go somewhere else then."
Oh, thank goodness.
Are they to the right of me by any chance?
Anyway,
So you go ahead and off. We'll have that in a second.
yep, you're good. That's all. I appreciate it.
Wow.
Alice, you're able to get it in your about third try there. Rose, you struggle with it for a while. Epoximize, and you can see your wooden block kind of become like jello. Epoximize, you cast again, and then it kind of perks up again. Check your notes. Close your eyes. You focus. You cast out toward it, and you see the two fuse together. Yes! Millie, you've been able to get it. And that is when, from your right-hand side, you can hear an explosion rock out.
Before that
Where?
happens, do I notice that something's... Can I hear the fuse? Or is it just too quiet to hear?
No, too quiet. So
Fair enough.
you can hear a little explosion. Bang! 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 Ah! You can hear a high-pitched scream from Gemma, like girly scream. Bunch of other people kind of rushing back, and just fires like wreathing off. Gemma tries to get up out of her chair, but obviously can't, and her entire desk falls over to her right-hand side as there is a kind of a Roman candle going off. Professor
I-
Dildero immediately rushes into the scene, casting out Perio, and will turn off that thing, and extinguish any flames that are in this area. And Gemma is like kind of crying. He taps the seat, and she falls off. The apoximized ending. Professor, I don't know what happened. Just write the desk, please. And she stands up. He kind of helps her up. Are you all right? No, I'm not all right. I think I need to go to the hospital wing. I was on fire. You're fine. Sit down. But sit
No.
down.
Can I
He's
tap
going to
Nolan
look
on this?
around the room, and that's going to be an insight check, thinking about what he recalls as to who is sitting next to her and seeing if he can see Ida. Ida, do you want to make a stealth check?
Oh, abso-fucking-lutely. 13.
Make a don't notice me check.
Make it
Don't
notice
see me.
Make a,
He also got a 13, so me to beat it. He was looking around the room. Everybody, please note, when we do not properly read our spells before use, they can have a propensity to and before he can say backfire, Edgar casts Epoximize, and his wooden block splinters and sends wooden shrapnel flying all over the room. Fire.
Sorry.
That's some wood in my mouth.
Do you realize what you
Nolan?
just said?
Can I tap Nolan? Who's sitting? No, it's Nolan.
Okay.
It'll take.
Yes.
Me. I just say, I told you to the right.
You sure were right. I'd never doubted you.
You're the first who doesn't.
Okay. That's our first spell. So now we're going to be able to delve into spells we want. Everyone will have the opportunity to attempt 2 other spells from the first year spell list. I'm going to send a link in discussion, so you don't have to go searching for it.
I'm
come on.
ready.
Send. I just sent discussion. You can click first year spells. That'll bring you to something that looks a lot like this. Ta-da! You'll probably start at the very top here. We have spell cards for each one. They kind of help us to understand what the spells do at a glance. I'll zoom in a bit. There we go. All these blue ones, they're charms. You can actually see right here it says charms right up at the top. That means all of these spells are taught in charms class. You keep going, you eventually will see DA for defense against the dark arts. And all these purple spells are taught in that class. But look at that! There's blue spells taught in DA too! So, that's Jinxes, Hexes, Curses, and Charms. You keep going down. Eventually you will find Transfiguration class. And all these green spells are the... Fuck you, Meg. Also, fuck you, Jason. All of these spells are the ones that are available for you to cast. So you can choose between... You get 2 spells to attempt. You can do 2 attempts on 1 spell if you want, or 1 attempt on 2 spells. There's Aguamenti, which creates water. Crenus Muto, which changes hair. I'm going to roll for Sally trying that out. She rolled a 3, which is exactly what she needed. Crenus Muto. Oh, thank goodness. Epoximize, which we just did. Veraverto, which is the changing spell. You change one thing into another. And we have a level 1 spell, you can see here, which is Incendio, which creates fire. Augmenti, also we have upcasting rules right here. It can be upcast.
I'm ready.
Yeah, once you're ready with your spells, you can tell me. Jordan just said, so we'll do Jordan's spells, and then once Jordan's done, I'll look to the next person who's ready.
Does it have to be transfiguration spells?
Yes, we're
or
in
no?
Transfiguration class.
It's it's only the ones that are in Transfiguration's class that you may attempt.
Just checking.
I got 17 on Augmenti.
Okay.
Yep, there it is. Do we have any other classes today?
No spellcasting classes.
Got it. I'm gonna double check notes on that Incendio.
Oh, we have 3 intellect casters.
I'll
Damn.
go
Yeah.
I'll go
It's a
after
squishy party.
Matilda.
Huh?
Ooh.
What
Damn
did you
it,
say?
You're gonna
you're right.
what? You're gonna what, Ida?
Oh no, I was saying I'll go after Jordan.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
They're like, you were
Natural
gonna go
20.
after.
Hey.
Natural 20?
Whoa!
Hell
Yep.
yeah. Okay.
Lock it in.
For what? Which spell?
Incendio.
Yeah. So another thing, if you happen to get a natural 20 when you're attempting a spell, it automatically locks it in. Millie will never have to roll to attempt Incendio ever again.
Good
Yay.
job, Millie.
I know,
So,
I'm amazing.
Matilda seems to be doing very well for herself. She casts out Augmenti and is able to kind of fill a cup with water. Not bad. And she's garnering the attention of Professor Dildero as she attempts out Incendio. Professor Dildero gets ready, and you can see flames wreathe up out of her wand, and you can see their color is off. Dark green flames go up toward the ceiling and kind of dissipate before they hit, and then come down. Whoa. Miss Matilda? That was very controlled. Much more than I see from most of these monkeys. 5 points. Hufflepuff.
Thank you.
And you are marked with an O for
Hell yeah, I am.
outstanding.
W.
So there is a grade key. I can quickly send it so you guys will. Oh wait, no, I want to quickly. I can quickly send it so you guys can kind of understand what it is. I have it all color coded and everything. Copying, going down to Friday morning and sending. Okay. There, I just sent it. So we have three successful grades and 3 failing grades. So A for acceptable is your baseline. You are just passing the class. E for exceeds expectations is like a B plus to an A. You know, it's like you're doing very well in this class. O for outstanding is like A plus. You're doing perfect. You're doing great.
Woo!
And then we have our 3 failing grades. We have P for poor, which is you are failing this class. D for dreadful, which is you are really failing this class. And then there's T for troll or a good for trolls. T is like F, failure. It is a kind of a mean grade to give. So some like teachers are less inclined to give it, and some teachers are more inclined to give it. But if you do end up getting a T, it means you have royally fucked up. And honestly, wear that shit like a badge of honor. It's hard to get a T.
Me having a T in astronomy for 2 years straight.
Jesus.
So
Oof.
all right. As it stands right now, Millie's the only one who has her grade kind of locked in there. Everyone else, Ida currently is running on an O. We'll see if that goes down or not. Alice is at an E. Rose is at an A. And Edgar is at a D. So we'll see.
Oh,
We'll see
perfect.
how that goes.
Yeah, I think I might drop to an A.
Yes, we shall see. Ida, you're up.
I casted Vera Verto twice. I got an 8 and then a 16.
You will not drop to an.
You said I had an O, so I would drop
8.
probably to an A.
E-O. High or low?
High.
Low. Yeah, I will drop you down to an A.
Okay.
Okay.
I knew that was gonna
Um,
happen when you said, "Oh," I was like, I'm gonna drop 1 grade. I know it.
Where was yours? You did Veraverto twice?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So he casts out Veraverto the first time, and your goblet begins to warp and change, and you can see it now looks like it has melted in on itself and kind of hardened in a weird way. Veraverto, you try again, and with a 16, what does it become?
It becomes a candlestick.
You can see a wax candlestick appear. You're even able to maybe use Matilda's flame from earlier. Hold up your candlestick and light it. Perfect.
Thank you.
That is Ida.
Can I go next?
Ida? Is Ida? Right?
I say either, but I guess Ida.
Okay. Lemon, you say you're ready?
Yes.
Go ahead, Edgar.
He's going to cast. Yeah. So he casted Incendio twice. He succeeded once with an 11.
So we got another 6 there. Incendio. You literally had to roll an 18 to cast a first level spell. You're gonna want to work on your transfigurations.
I know, it's crazy.
You cast out Incendio, and there is a explosion that Edgar becomes covered in a thick layer of dark black soot. Oh wait, you're with Levi, right? Levi's
Yes.
also like, can we not do that again?
Don't
You've
worry,
gotta
I got
do it.
this. I got this.
He's gonna like try
I
wrapping
do
his
it.
shit and leaving. You cast out Incendio, and a red flame billows out of your wand toward the ceiling. You can hear a little high-pitched screech from Levi as he moves away from it, but you did it correctly. Oh god. Okay. This class is way more dangerous than I thought it would be.
It's fine. I told you, I got this. Don't make me cast it a third time.
No, please. And you end up... So you got 2 6s and an 11? Yeah, that's going to be a P. You're poor.
Yeah, but better than the, I guess.
Oh no, he's poor. I'm joking.
You need some money, darling?
Do you need some
some cash?
change? I'm kidding.
Okay, Alice or Rose are left.
I can go.
Okay, Alice.
Alright, I'm gonna do Veravetor first.
You're like in the kitchen or something? Your
Sorry,
like ambience changed.
Yeah, I just have to fix some things real quick.
Cat's on the toilet right now.
Hey, we don't judge.
Wow.
Oh,
Guys,
fuck
wow.
yeah! Okay, we'll go over that in a second. That's a nat 20. Good job. 5 points to your house.
And
Good job.
then we'll do Incendio as well. Oh, they didn't like that.
Damn, rude. The bot real just said no to you right there. Damn.
We got it. Hell
Nice.
yeah. So, a thing about nat 20s is wherever I would have put your grade, I put it too higher. So I might have ended up putting your grade at an E or an A, and up by 2 goes to an O. You also get outstanding. When you cast out Veraverto, you take that little glass goblet you have, and what do you transform it into?
I want to make it into like a very, very ornate, like candelabra kind of style thing. So, like it has like multiple like branch off points where like more candles come off.
Like a menorah, almost.
Yeah, almost.
So you can kind of see that branching, let's say like Art Deco, Art Nouveau sort of style, where you can see filigree of like carved vines and leaves kind of move up this brass candelabra that you've been able to create, and it perks Professor Dildero's interest. Miss Reese, not half bad. That's what I like to see. And then behind him, a fire starts. 1 minute, please. Mr. Gideon, put the wand down. He goes over to help him. Good job, Alice.
Hey.
Good job.
Mr. Sorry, no. Why did I say Mr.? I have no idea why. Aurora, go ahead.
I would have liked to have Kamisumuta. However, there's this really funny interaction I kind of wanted to have with that spell. Basically, no matter what, the spell just gets overridden. Her hair will always just change back.
You can at least change the style, though, too.
Or
is the style also overridden?
It depends. It wouldn't be, but the funny thing is the color would always be overridden.
Sure. Do you want to attempt Creed
I'd like to try it once.
Sure.
If it's successful. God, my brain hurts. 10.
That is exactly what you needed. You cast out Crenus Muto.
But I do.
And how does your hair style change?
No, I would try. I'd like to attempt to change the color, at least the first time. I don't know that it would override. I just thought it'd be a very interesting thing that it does.
You can end up doing both, though, is the thing.
Yeah.
So
I try to
change
change
color
it
and
to my mother's
shape.
hair color, and then style it in this very kind of lovely weaved kind of like, it's hard to describe, but it's
French braid.
It's very
Victory
French
rolls.
Braids, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, very kind of this.
And so, you cast out, and you can feel the hair on your head kind of braid itself, curling up around your head, and then you kind of like take like a little bang, and what the fuck? It's still pink.
I like to imagine how it works is it does change to black from the roots, but it's just follows by pink as it just forces itself back.
I love it.
And then just to have some words to it. Mm-hmm. 13.
13, Ververto. Nice. Yeah, you're able to change your goblet into something simple, like maybe change your wooden blocks into a similar glass goblet from the one next to you. Congratulations. You have earned yourself an A, so you're passing. Edgar is the only one in the party who is failing, at least this class.
Amazing.
I mean, you have like a -6 or some shit?
7.
-7, like, yeah.
Have minus
that's
2
rough.
a strength and -5 a transfiguration.
That's wild. That's even worse than Wilfred's mod. Wilfred's a -6. You have a
But
-2 to your
everything
strength.
else is a plus or a 0 or a +1. So
Gotcha.
I rolled the highest. I rolled the highest possible total amount of stats that you accept. Apparently, 84 total points.
Oh, fun.
great.
So I have positive everything.
But he's going to learn Incendio.
I mean, you wouldn't have positive everything when it comes to your wand, but yeah, for your stats.
The worst is a -4.
Okay, that is everybody's. That is transfiguration class for everybody. Everyone is able to finish up your assignments for the day, and that bell goes off. The bong 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 bong. The next class would be Magical Theory, which we don't actually roleplay. It's taught by Professor Babbling, who also teaches Ancient Runes. But across the hall, you find your next class. It's literally right across the hall, even on the map. Magical Theory. In Magical Theory class, you learn about the basis behind spell work and the differences in casting styles across wizards, meaning willpower, technique, intellect, and vigor casters are all taught as canon terminologies to use regarding spell casting and the ways that people are different in that way. No grades or rolls for this class. It literally only happens once in first year, so... During lunch, they're serving fish and chips in the Great Hall. No need for RP, it's just something that we can mention. And when we come back after our break, we will come back for History of Magic class.
Hey,
Amazing.
We'll see you guys then. We'll come back in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Are you looking for that perfect gift for that tabletop role player in your life? For that podcaster? For that little sister that keeps going on and on about shiny math rocks? Well, look no further. OBP Musical has you covered. Original theme music for your characters, worlds, podcasts, and more. Has your bard written lyrics about a party member's tragic demise? Let us compose to them. Or better yet, let us write those lyrics for you. But the goodness, no, greatness, doesn't stop there. How would you like a cast member of Les Miserables, Disney, or Come From Away to sing your pieces? Oh, you bet you would. Fully orchestrated cinematic pieces. Pieces like this.
Who'd rise to meet the call, who'd fiercely face the danger, be a hero to them all. For the hordes of people
We have 8 vocalists, 7 composers, 2 lyricists, and an admin team ready to take your request. For as low as $60 US, you can get your own musical theme. OBP Musical, making fantasy a reality.
Hello and welcome back, everybody.
Hi.
Welcome back. Okay. Figure out that. We are returning at the start of our next period, just after lunch here, for History of Magic class, which is 5th floor in the Oxford building. Meaning, you guys would have had to... I guess I'll show you guys. Let's go over it really quick. Here. You actually, because it would be after lunch, you actually would have been coming in from the Great Hall. Sharing screen. There. So, your journey continues as you step onto the tall viaduct bridge, a stone marvel that spans a breathtaking ravine. The bridge arches frame a vista of a lush landscape, and the sound of distant waterfalls reaches your ears. The wind whistles through the arches below. The pathway ahead stretches toward the Oxford building, where you're greeted by stone steps. Ahead, the entrance to the Serpentine staircase lies. This is the Serpentine corridor and the Serpentine staircase. You might recall this staircase from the movies. If we go to Hogwarts locations, because we'll probably bring up the staircase quite often. It leads all throughout it's like central in the Oxford building. See if I can find the art of it. Yep, there it is. There it is. Opening a browser. Come on. You might recognize these staircases from the movie. Like Neville and Harry talk on them a few times. At the very bottom, there would be the one-eyed witch passageway. It has multiple places to step off into different levels. You can see why they call it the Serpentine staircase. But you would head up the Serpentine staircase and over onto the 5th floor. Let's quickly see if I can grab the 5th floor from my Hogwarts map. 5th floor. 5th floor, there it is. Open. Boom. Here. So you guys would have X'd out onto the 5th floor. So you look at sorry, I'll go back to my description. The Serpentine staircase lies. This is a circular staircase that coils upward like a sleeping serpent. Up top, you reach the 5th floor, where the door to the History of Magic classroom, right here, lies open, revealing a spacious lecture hall. So yeah, lots of things happen on the 5th floor. Long curved desks sweep across the room, each one paired with a comfortable seat. The desks follow the contour of the tiered floor, focusing attention on the lecturer's podium at the front. Shelves filled with ancient tomes and artifacts line the walls, each one a silent testament to the rich tapestry of magical history. You'll no doubt be learning. You guys are trying to find your place here in this lecture hall, and you can see a boy from earlier, Matilda. You can see Wilfred currently walking the desk like a tightrope. Juniper's like, Wilfred, get down, you're gonna hurt yourself. No, watch this. I think I can do like a front flip.
Can I epoximize his shoes to the desk?
Yep. Epoximize. You flick out.
I actually have to roll. I have to roll for it.
Make the attempt.
Watch me fail. Fail.
You failed it?
Yeah.
That's fine, because I rolled his acrobatics and got a 2.
Nice.
So you guys start epoximize. And like just that tiny little bit of stick that you are able to create, as he goes, whoop, his foot pulls out of his shoe. The shoe is kind of left on the table, and he goes rolling forward and kind of off kilter, and you can hear a clattering of chairs. Wilfred!
Can
And
I run
Juniper
over to
goes
him?
rushing over there too.
I'm gonna run over to
Matilda.
him. Oh my goodness, Wilfred, are you okay?
I have a chair leg in my back.
Oh, let me get that for you. I'm gonna like help him up and get him up and like
Oh,
get his shoe for him and help him get his shoe back on.
thank you.
Would you like to sit together in class?
Why are you being so nice to me?
What do you mean?
Yesterday you were like scowling at me.
Well, you were being
I
racist
didn't mean.
yesterday.
Huh?
You were being racist yesterday.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, remember you had that conversation about Morgan commenting. It was rude.
I think it was Nolan who said that.
No, it was Wilfred.
I don't recall. Yep. Well, sorry, I didn't really grow up around most of those kinds of people, so my bad.
Neither did I, but there's no reason to be rude. Either way, would you like to sit together?
Insight check. 16.
What am I rolling?
Deception or persuasion, depending on
It's
what
literally
it
the same.
is, what the
It's
truth of it is.
It's legit the same, so I'm just gonna roll deception. 9.
9.
Yeah.
Okay, what does he get with his 16 insight?
She is full of shit.
Thanks for the offer. I don't really want to end up like Gemma. You saw her last class? That was hilarious.
I actually think that Ida quite likes her. I think she just thinks it's funny to get on her nerves.
I'm gonna go sit next to Ida. But thank you though.
Sounds good. I'm gonna sit
Just,
behind them then.
Ow. 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 You
I'll
hurt
sit
yourself
next
a
to
bit.
you this time.
Just sit next to who?
Millie, I'll sit next to Millie.
Sure.
Millie.
I'm gonna sit right behind Wilfred.
Hey, Ida. That was quite some prank last period. She was flailing around like a dog with a tail chopped off.
I don't think Meg's here. I don't think Meg's here right now.
Oh, Meg's not here? Okay, that's fine.
Oh yeah,
So,
she'll be right.
They're
right,
talking.
be right back.
Rose and Matilda, you guys are together.
I just say, I wish Ida had warned me about those little whiz bangs, right? Yeah. I wish she had warned me. I thought it was a spell that went wrong.
No, she does that to people in their pockets. Actually came in quite useful a little while ago for me.
I do remember.
Yes.
And she just says, I just wish I hadn't had to, let's see it. It would have been nice to know the specifics.
I think it would always be nice to know the future, but not all of us are blessed.
Rose just giggles.
Or cursed.
It's both.
Edgar. Gemma comes and plops her stuff down next to you. Can you believe what happened last class?
It was crazy. What happened? What went wrong?
It was that Ida girl. I don't know how she did it, but it was definitely her. She left right before. Was calling me Jimmy, trying to get on my nerves, trying to poke a bear. Well, you should probably let sleeping dragons lie, don't you? Don't you think?
What's the thing with you two? Why do you hate each other?
I don't know. I didn't do anything to her. She just started to act all weird when it came to my name. Sure, my dad called me Jemmy, and she won't stop with it.
Maybe she likes the way you react. Maybe she finds it funny.
I tried last period not to react. Apparently that's not an option. No.
I mean, we don't know it was here. Maybe it was the spell that went wrong.
It was her. I don't mess up my spells. Not like that.
I can
You're
ask
such an
her.
idiot. I'd rather have the benefit of surprise.
What are you
You'll
planning
be with
to
me,
do?
though, in the coming war.
Wait, what are you planning to do?
Are you with me, or are you not?
It depends on what you're planning to do.
Then I suppose if your support is conditional, then you won't be a part of it.
Your support is conditional. You literally asked me for a favor to keep me safe.
Oh, whatever. I mean, it's such a small thing.
Fine, I guess I can help you, because what she did wasn't nice.
Good. And she's still considering it right now, but she has some ideas. Okay. I think Alice is the one that's left.
Yeah.
Do you want to roll a random person, or?
No, I think I'm gonna go up to Janice.
She is sitting front row center, getting out her history of magic textbooks and notes ready. You can see she is working on the top title of the page in nice filigreed font.
Hey.
Hi.
You seem smart. Mind if I lean on you?
And how precisely are you able to tell that by looks alone?
Well, you're taking notes like crazy already.
I know a lot of people who end up taking notes, and they are as dumb as a rock.
Well, maybe.
Why, you want someone to cheat off of?
I mean, if you're offering.
I'm not. No. I think that students should succeed or fail on their own merit.
All right.
As should you.
Fine. I'm just gonna take the seat anyways. I mean, if we're gonna be up here, I can just see what everything we want.
What's your name?
Hi, I'm Alice. Nice to meet you.
Janice. She kind of looks you up and down really quick. Turns back to her stuff and finishes the top bit. She's so damn antisocial in these first years. Okay. The sudden, resonant clang of the bell pierces the air. Immediately, from the eastern wall, something happens. The pallid, sallow face of an elderly, phantasmal creature begins to emerge through its ethereal form, pushing through solid stone wall as if it were mere mist. Its eyes faded and unobservant. Its sorry, I've lost my place. Stare forward, and its translucent visage glows with an otherworldly luminescence. Your professor's features are lined with the wisdom and weariness of ages past. His face is long and wrinkled, the skin hanging sadly over plump cheekbones. Wispy hair drifts around his head, moving with a ghostly grace, and his robes, once rich with color, are now faded and timeless. He takes his place at the front of the lecture hall, his form slightly shimmering as he settles. And if there is anyone that I could cast into this role, it would be this man.
Oh no.
No way.
I fucking love him so much, and he would definitely play this character. He kind of looks like him too. So, good evening, students. I am Professor Bins. That's BINNS. Today is the first day of our exploration of the ancient histories of magic. Turn to page 16 of A History of Magic. People start doing it. In 1959, Gaspar Chingleton was born on the 17th of June at 5:38 a.m. In his youth, Mr. Chingleton was... And he continues like that for the next hour and a half. The man doesn't even have to breathe. I want everyone please make me a Constitution saving throw.
Fuck.
I think. Sure.
It's not a history magic check, it is a con save for your grade.
21. Okay,
Oh
Edgar.
shit! Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Edgar.
I'm out. Wait.
I'm
Millie, what'd you get?
I'm gonna use my inspo on it.
Okay, Rose,
9.
Just cause.
9? Okay.
Nope.
9.
I'm asleep.
Alice,
12.
that is the DC.
Don't fall
I,
asleep. Don't embarrass myself in front of Jizz. Let's
Wait.
go.
I remember something one of the... what was it that one of the students said to me? If you try to proximize your eyelids open, you might actually have a chance.
Yeah, Drusilla told you that.
I'm just thinking that would probably kill
You can
me.
see her ripping up pieces of paper and casting epoximize on them, and then putting them on the eyelids, and she turns over toward you, looking like this.
Has she actually done it? Like, she's actually done this.
She's actually done it.
I'm going to try. I'm going
Seems
to
to
try
work.
and mimic. May I try and mimic her? So that's an attempt to cast the spell.
You may attempt to cast a spell.
Yes. Two.
-2?
I rolled a 2 and it's a -4.
Roll me a D100, please.
Well, that's D100. 85.
85.
95.
95.
That's a 10. That's like 5. That's a difference of like 5 objects on that table.
Fireball. Everyone dies.
Please.
Castor becomes frightened of a color for 1 hour. Pink.
For fuck's sakes, it's so
Oh
good.
my god.
Hair?
So good I have tied up right now. It's so good I tied up my hair.
Okay. So, that's Rose. Ida, what'd you get? She's still not here?
Yeah.
No, not good either.
Millie.
I got an 8.
Cool. Okay, so everybody else. Edgar. It's actually pretty interesting. Gaspar Chingleton, inventor of the self-stirring cauldron. And recent, too. He's still alive. He invented it out in the 80s. So, you learn a lot about him. Alice, it takes everything within you to stay awake. The, like, monotone voice is draining into your head, and there's very little that you are able to handle to do. Rose.
Ida crit.
You had a crit? What are you talking about?
Ida crit. I'm just...
Oh, Ida crit. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I got a nat 20. I'm sorry.
Happening
Nice.
today.
I had to walk while we were doing the break. I was
So
feeding the
do I
cat.
still
I'm
fall
sorry.
asleep, or does my fear keep me awake? Here's the question.
No, you fall asleep.
You fall
so,
asleep and have nightmares of your own hair.
You have nightmares of some pink monster attacking
Do
you.
I have nightmares of a future bad hair day?
You have nightmare of your hair becoming sentient and trying to attack and strangle you.
No, just kidding. You have a nightmare of Ida cutting your hair.
Oh.
Oh
I
no,
don't
Meg, you
actually
missed
think
it.
that's
Rose
possible.
wild magic surged, and she is afraid of the color pink
Oh,
For an hour.
great!
for an hour.
Yeah.
I'll be fine then when I wake up. I won't be crazy.
I love Jordan's fucking comment there. Of course, this crackhead gets 20.
Gets a nat 20.
I gave you five house points, by the way. But yeah, Rose, you start falling asleep and have those terrible dreams of or visions of your hair coming awake and trying to strangle you. Meanwhile, Millie kind of like puts her hand on her face there. Just close your eyes just for a second, just for a minute. And by the time
Can I
Matilda,
fall asleep like she's like falls asleep on like her hand and then her hand kind of falls over and can I like when I fall asleep kind of roll over on top of Rose a little bit so the two of them are
You
just
two,
like their
you're like-
heads are together.
yeah, they're together. That's
Yeah.
cute. So you close your eyes just for a minute, Matilda, just for a minute, and then suddenly, and without warning, you wake up. Huh?
Yeah.
What? Rose, you do too. You can
Of
see a
course
bunch of
I
people
know.
gathering their shit and leaving, and you're like,
What do you
class
mean?
just started.
I didn't get
No,
any of that. Did you
can
get
I
any
wake
of
up
that,
with a bit
Rose?
of a? Can I wake up with a bit of a? Just like a gasp and a bit of a scream. It's like,
Oh
Ah.
Lord, you scared me.
oh, don't worry, I was far more scared. Anyway, we fell asleep.
Did you fell asleep too?
I had a nightmare about using my own hair.
That's outrageous. How many
can
people
see-
fell asleep in this class?
You can see Wilfred currently drooling on Ida's shoulder.
Oh, doesn't he just look stupid?
I want to say
Yeah.
with her being awake during this class, there's like 50 of those you know your childhood you had those like crazy sticks or whatever they were, the powdered sticks.
Pixie
There's like
stick.
the pixie sticks. She's got like 50 pixie sticks all over her table and she's lightly twitching.
That's how you get the nat
You know-
20.
That's how I get the
But
nat
just like
20. She is
On a
currently
sugar rush?
cracked on fucking sugar right now and twitching.
So
Guess
the
what change the
crackhead comment was pretty on, I guess, hey?
Part of me wants to try and approximize Wilfred to Ida's shoulder
you're like,
because he's
Gaspar Shingleton was born on the 17th of June at 5:38 a.m. and Mr. Shingleton had a propensity for creating different things, like all down on there in like chicken
they,
scratch.
They wake up and like she's just like wide-eyed, turn slowly to them, just still twitching.
Oh, class over? Oh, that's too bad.
It's literally Ida.
Like, oh, she's like the squirrel from over the hedge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the squirrel
slowed
from
down time.
Hoodwinked.
Oh
Nah.
yeah.
They have to record his voice and then slow it down, and it's like the assailants were moving northbound on the Highway I-95.
She's like in like slow mo for everyone, but to her it's like 4x.
Yeah.
I don't know why I would find Professor Bin that boring. No, that doesn't work. I'm remembering it wrong.
Not
I
only
have
is
the
he
dreamer ability.
Not only is he
That is-
boring, he also has a magical ability that puts kids to sleep.
People just
Yeah, so it's not just like, oh, he's so boring, puts kids to sleep. Like he actually there's an aura that he
I
can
annoyed
affect
one of
Aura
my
of
people from.
fall
teachers that
asleep.
way.
Did
Had
Gemma
a-
fall asleep?
That's a good question. Let me roll. Nope, she stayed awake.
What the?
So
Why did everyone
Wilfred's,
fall asleep? Oh, sorry.
Wilfred's asleep. Oh, sorry. Were you actually saying something in character?
Yes, to
Okay, sorry,
Gemma,
go ahead.
But it's
I'll
fine.
do
You
mine
can go.
after.
No, it's
No,
fine.
go ahead.
Go.
Mm-mm. I've played this game 100 times. You go.
Why is everyone falling asleep?
My dad told me all about this. Professor Binns is oh damn, he's a part of the Sorceress Order of Morpheus. They're defunct now, but they had quite the propensity for dream maneuvers.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Also, most people just don't have the grit.
Well, we are different though, isn't that right, Gemma?
Oh my gosh. You can see Ida down the way, like,
Asleep?
I-
I'm awake. I'm awake.
Can I poke Ida to like see if
Uh.
she's just vibrating like super fast?
She is literally buzzing.
poke her eye, and then it's like, blink, blink. like,
Like,
you
she
know,
has
blink at the same
chameleon
time.
I'm just gonna check if she's alive. I'm gonna like use my divination abilities just to like see if she still has like any kind of connections to anything on her. And I just pull one and I'm like, she's there. She's in there.
It's like you try to feel her heartbeat, and it's like at like 250 right now.
She's in there.
250. You would be dead.
Terrifying.
She's
you would
a
die of
fae,
cardiac
Alex.
arrest.
She's not gonna go into cardiac arrest. She's got a fortified heart, buddy. Listen.
Holy shit, dude.
250.
200 heartbeat.
You can get 200. You get 250, you're dead.
I've had a 200
Not
heartbeat.
Ida.
It's fucking
Ida's not
much.
dead. Okay, we got magical art next. Muggle art, I mean, not magical art. Muggle art.
Thanks, Matthew. On
What?
my own. I just mutter, I think I'm gonna have to read those books on my own.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
As you head down the spiral staircase and across the courtyard, on the left you step into a small curved room that hosts the Muggle art class. Professor Bruce stands at the front talking to the boy named Brett. She's a tall woman with grayish silver hair that flows down her shoulders calmly. You can see her wear the same quiet and happy expression you saw during last night's sorting ceremony. Everyone, please come and take a sketchbook and a piece of charcoal from the front, if you will. You see a large pile of black leather-bound books in the center of the table. Afterward, you are to write your name inside. This will be your lifeline in this class. And it is where we will pour our creativity and imagination. Now, while there is much more one can create and craft using magic, simple tools such as this piece of charcoal can be great starting places for new witches and wizards to hone their skills outside of a wand. Many of the base Muggle understandings of practical art will aid you in creating higher quality artistry in the wizarding world. Today, we are going to try out portrait drawing. Now, pair up and draw your partner as you see them. And everybody is going to pair up.
Okay. I'll go with random this time. What do I roll again?
1d28.
Okay.
You know, I'll do random too.
Okay, Edgar, what'd you get?
I didn't roll it yet.
Okay. Meg?
Where is
Hold
the
on, I
diary?
capped it on accident.
I got a 7.
9.
That is Delilah Aiken. Delilah is a Hufflepuff. Bright red hair pulled back into a ponytail. She just like kind of plops down next to you. What's your name?
Wait, is that me or Ida?
Oh, sorry. Who rolled? Who did I ask roll?
They
It was
both
Ida.
answered what the role was at the same time, and then you were like, "That's Delilah," and it's like,
Oh,
Sorry,
I only
I'm
heard
going
one.
after
I heard
Ida.
7.
But I said I was just doing random too.
I heard 7.
So
That's
Delilah
Edgar,
is 7. Okay, then it's me.
Yeah.
Oh,
So who are you?
I'm Edgar Coleman. Who are you?
Delilah Aiken.
Nice to meet
I'm gonna
you.
be making a little portrait of you today. If I do terribly, you won't judge me too bad, right?
No, but I'm gorgeous. How can you do terribly?
Okay. Don't get ahead of yourself, she says with a smile. And she starts getting out her book and getting ready. What do you like to do, Edgar?
Um, so how does the class work? Are they posing or are they both drawing at the same time?
No, you guys are both drawing at the same time.
Okay, then he's going to do pretty much the same thing. He's just going to get out his sketchbook and try his best at drawing his partner.
What do you like doing, Edgar?
What do you mean? Oh, she thought. Oh, sorry. I thought that was out of character.
I like to know the. I'd like to
Yeah.
know the people that I'm making art for.
Well, there's a lot of things that I really like doing. I like playing with my cousins, a lot of hide and seek. So I'm very good at that. If you ever need a partner at that. And I also really like dancing. I was going to dance class a lot. What about you?
I've never done dance before. I don't know. I like rock and roll music. I travel a little bit, at least around Scotland.
That sounds very fun. This is my first trip outside of, England.
I'm hoping that Charms goes well for me, she says.
I'm looking forward to Charms class as well. That and what is it called? Defense Against the Dark Arts?
Um, Something like that.
Yeah.
Defense against the dark arts. I'm not really sure exactly what dark arts is supposed to entail, but I hope it's not too dangerous.
Me neither, but I've heard from my cousins that these are the practical ones.
Also, I heard that Quidditch is pretty big around here. I think I'll probably go try it for the team.
Oh, that's amazing, actually.
I gotta get in maybe a little bit of practice, but with some work, I hope so.
Have you ever played before, or?
I only just recently got a practice broom, but it was pretty cool, just kind of floating a few feet above the ground.
You seem
I hear they have
excited
proper
about
brooms
it.
here. I mean, who wouldn't want to fly? Kidding me?
Yeah, I'm kind of afraid of heights.
Ooh, scaredy cat then.
Of
You can see her
heights.
making edits to her art here with a smile.
Okay. Do you need me to roll anything for the portrait, by the way?
Oh, don't worry. It'll be just as I see you. And that's Edgar. Ida, who'd you roll? What number?
I got a 9.
You got Macy. Ida, I need a partner.
Yeah? Let's go!
Oh, good. I was hoping I didn't want this to be like dodgeball back in elementary school.
What's dodgeball?
It's a game that's kind of mean. You throw balls and hit people.
So you're
And-
telling me if I played dodgeball, I could throw a ball at someone?
I guess. I don't know why you would want to. But at the very start, you got like the two captains of the two teams, and they pick out of everybody, and I was always picked last.
Why would anyone pick you last? You seem pretty cool.
Well, I'm not exactly the most agile.
You probably got a sick old throw, though.
I picked you because I thought that you'll probably be nice when it comes to the portrait. I'm a little self-conscious.
Can I be honest?
Of course.
I don't know how to draw.
Oh, maybe I could show you a thing or two.
Sounds good to me. I do they have like charcoal, you said?
Yeah, charcoal.
I think Macy would end up witnessing her like putting the charcoal in her mouth, trying to gnaw on it.
Yeah, that can't taste very good.
It tastes like chalk.
Well, it can be good for your teeth, somewhat.
Her teeth are just stained black.
Oh dear. And this is going to make one interesting portrait, she says. That's Ida and Edgar. Everybody else?
I'll do a random 2.
Okay, 1d28.
A 1.
Oh, that's Darcy.
Darcy.
Alice. Hey. Oh,
Right.
The two of you kind of like rush over toward each other. Partners?
Partners.
You guys, Darcy kind of grabs you from underneath the arm, grabs a sketchbook and some pads, and rushes over. Do you want me to put your head on the back of it like a dragon or a dinosaur?
I would love to ride a dinosaur.
Oh, I was talking more like not riding, like you are a dinosaur.
Oh,
It's fine. It's fine.
I could be a
maybe I could do
dinosaur.
you riding one.
I could be a dinosaur.
And as for you, what's your plan for Darcy? How do you see her?
I'm gonna have Darcy on like the top of a mountain, like overseeing a big field.
What are those lines you're doing? She like looks over while she's working on hers.
Oh, I'm making it so it looks like everything's far away.
Oh, like a vista. Nice.
Yeah.
And she starts working on hers. Alice and Darcy immediately best of friends there. Matilda.
Whee! Give me
A Man After Midnight.
Brab. I don't know.
Gemma might come up to you.
Sure. I don't care.
Miss Gaunt. Miss Gaunt? Matilda?
Hi, sorry.
You're out of it there.
Maybe I'm a little bit distracted after that last class. It was a little bit upsetting. Did you fall asleep?
No. Almost wish I did, though. Did you?
I absolutely did. That was ridiculous. I've never done that in my life.
Oh,
Did
you're
you get
lucky.
notes in class?
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness.
If you want
will
to
you share
partner
them
up, I
with
can
me?
probably share a few with you.
Oh, thank you.
You guys sit down together. She starts getting out of her notes. Here. It's on Gaspard Shingleton, inventor of the self-stirring cauldron.
Got it. Anyway, now we're supposed to be drawing things. Are you any good at that?
I'm not half bad. I have been kind of taught in my homeschooling at home.
Really? Your parents care about this sort of thing?
My
Isn't this
parents
just a
actually hired an
colossal waste
artist.
of time?
Well, no, not entirely. I mean, imbuation is a major part of our culture.
Imbuation? What do you mean by that?
Well, you know, the moving pictures around Hogwarts, for instance, are imbued
Oh,
with
that's
animation.
what that is. Okay.
It's just a bit of artistry. Now, this is Muggle art. I'm not really sure why they have the need to teach it.
Why would
Wizarding
they
art
not
is much
teach
more superior.
Muggle art if they're teaching wizard art? Difference doesn't make.
I don't know. I think it's one of those things where people have kind of been out here with an outcry. That's what my mom says.
An outcry?
We have to
What
learn
do you
about
mean?
Muggles. Oh, because we are separate from them for so much of our lives. I mean, there's a reason for that.
What's
But
the reason?
oh, they're quite dangerous.
What are dangerous?
Muggles.
What makes muggles dangerous?
You never heard of a gun?
Of course I've heard of a gun. My dad has one.
Oh my goodness. Seriously, like an artifact?
Not like an artifact, no. He has a license. He goes hunting in the summer.
Oh dear lord. I thought there was a restriction on such things in the ministry.
What would the ministry have anything to do with my dad? He's literally a lawyer.
I don't know. They're the ones who make the laws. And I think in the UK it's not lawyer, it's something else.
Barrister.
There you go.
There's another word. Oh.
Barrister.
whatever. Okay, barrister, yeah.
Whatever.
Sorry, didn't mean to touch a nerve. They kill each other all the time using guns. En masse, I hear.
En masse. Don't think of the Americans. They're crazy.
Well, my point stands.
Maybe I need to reevaluate our friendship.
I'm sorry?
I'm sorry, what?
She goes back to her stuff. Rose,
Oh, random it is then.
1d28.
Wait, I just want to say, if Millie had fallen asleep on Rose while she was having a nightmare, there's a very good chance Rose was probably holding her.
To
Like
show
clutching
Miss
her in her sleep?
Delilah,
No,
by the
if
way,
she's
as a
scared.
reminder.
She was afraid, so in my
Yeah.
mind, she thought you were a stuffed phoenix.
This is Macy from earlier. Just as a reminder how they look.
Yeah, I got 14.
14, okay. That is Billy. I think she'll go up to you as you're like gathering your stuff. Rose. She's very, very quiet.
I get close to it, and yes, no.
Oh, I was hoping that we could,
Of course. Rose
Really?
kind of leads. If we?
What?
This is yes, and leads.
Oh, yeah, she said we. Okay.
Yeah, if we.
I thought you said have we, and I was like, have we what?
Yeah.
So she like kind of nods and gathers up her stuff. Charcoal, kind of messy.
Right.
Where should we sit?
Suggestions somewhere. The room somewhere further from everyone else, because you can tell she's nervous.
You kind of set up shop in a place where there's paper partitions. It's an art room, so there's plenty of like art up on the walls, and it's kind of crazy, like any art room you've ever been in high school. And you're able to find a little more secluded spot. I like it here. Thank you. I'm not
No
the best
problem.
when it comes to asking for such things. Trying to get out of my shell.
Well, practice will make you better.
That's what my brother says.
Don't worry, I don't bite. Much.
That was a joke.
It was.
She needs to reassure herself it was a joke. Like, man, she really has quite the anxiety here. And you guys start on each other. I'll do my best. I'm not a bad artist. I just hope you like it.
He jokes, says, I'm appalling.
I'm sure they'll be
take
fine
too
with
much
whatever you
offense.
make. As long as you don't make me with a unibrow or something, or devil horns.
No. So when she says that, can I don't can I get a feeling of how she would be nothing basically how she might be sometime in the future. Nothing specific, but basically a feeling of maybe someone she
Make an
might
insight
become.
check.
Fair enough. 18.
You sense that she is somebody that, when you gain her friendship, when you become closer to her, that kind of bond is difficult to break. On top of that, you get another sense in a more devious way. She would be somebody who is pretty easy to influence via peer pressure.
As Rose kind of draws, she says, "You shouldn't listen to people, you know."
Oh, what? Well, that wouldn't be very nice if I didn't listen to people.
Not everyone is kind.
You are.
An exception.
Or perhaps you just deserve to see closer. Have a more optimistic view.
I know. I get a bad feeling of something. Don't be
Another one of those
influenced.
visions.
No, kind of. Partly. Don't be influenced by others. Stay true to who you are.
Okay. Miss Rose, you say some of the most oddest things.
Believe
And
me, I wish I hadn't seen half the things I have.
and every group is going to make a performance check for how well they did. And based on your role, you're going to narrate to me what happened. So, Edgar, you are with Delilah, right? So, roll your performance, and so will I.
Okay, let me see.
That is 11 for hers.
And 8 for Edgar.
All right, I'm done, she says. You ready?
Okay, let's both reveal it on the count of 3. Are you ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Change each other's. And you can see yours. You see your head is on the face of a cat, and you can see like the cat's going like this, and there's like little lines that denote like shivering, and you look kind of scared, and she makes you into a scaredy cat. There you go.
Okay, let's see.
Do you like it?
I love it.
And what's yours look like, Edgar?
Okay, let me see. What did I get? An 8. I'd say with an 8, what he probably did was something similar to the Ida's drawing. So a very basic thing with just a round head, and just he pretty much has a black round head, some dots for eyes, and then just red for the hair. That's Edgar's drawing.
It's charcoal, so there's no color.
Oh
Yeah.
Just
It's
very,
just black
very,
and white.
very
So you
dark
make like
gray
like
then.
big curls for the back ponytail that come off the one
and very
side.
dark gray. I guess.
Wow, you are not kidding, she said, looking at your portrait.
I told you I never really drew outside of school.
Yeah, that's fine. Drawing's not really everybody. Plus, this is Muggle art. There's a lot more to learn.
We need to sneak out someday and dance to rock and roll music.
She's like, you listen to rock and roll music?
I mean, not really, but I've heard it's very groovy.
Groovy. All right. She kind of nods, understanding that like you're using very outdated stuff. Rock is a lot more about kind of fighting the system. AC/DC, Metallica, those kinds of artists. What I love.
Edgar seems lost, but he's like, sounds fun.
Ooh, Santana. You gotta listen to that one.
Sure, whatever. We can dance to anything.
And so that's you. That's you too. Ida. You're with
11.
who? Who are you with again?
Macy.
Macy. 15. Macy pulls it over. Here you go. And you can see a good rendition of you. You can see like your ears are maybe a little bit more prominent in that photo. At least like you've got one ear that's big, and then like the other is kind of like covered with hair on one side. The face is like a little bit flat, but it's definitely well stylized.
I look pretty good.
Do you think?
I think so. I'm gonna put this up on my bed.
Your eyes kind of are very piercing, so I tried to kind of capture that.
I think that's because I had a little too much sugar.
Oh, she pulls around, looks at it. I see it now.
I don't know.
Well,
if
how's
you-
yours look?
Before like she turns around, she's like, I kind of, those like little pixie stick thingies. I had like 50 of those in History of Magic.
Oh my gosh. Do you have any left?
She pulls out like a whole handful. I've always got them.
You're just gonna take a few. Shot?
Shot.
Cheers.
The eye twitch.
It was always the worst because you can't put your lips around it, or else like it'll get skunked up at the very top.
Oh, in this instance, she doesn't do that. She ate the whole entire thing. There's no wrapper. Yeah, she turns around her piece of paper. If you want to look at discussion, I drew it.
Oh boy. Yeah, close to okay.
Meg, these are some serious, unrealistic beauty expectations for women.
That is Ida's drawing of Macy.
I actually like it.
You think so?
I think it's honest out of everything. Oh, I think you forgot my my left pony. I think she has like what is it called? We have two.
Twin tails? Pigtails?
Sure. You forgot
Twin
the left
tails.
one.
I feel like Ida's gonna look down at her hands, like the L's, and be like, "Oh, my bad. I'm sorry."
The side that doesn't have one. Okay. Matilda, you're on with Gemma.
This is feeling like a radio show now.
I'm just
We have
saying.
Matilda on with Gemma today on Talk Easy.
Welcome to
West Coast.
KQXW. We're on with Matilda Gaunt. Her and Gemma Drayton have been together for about 15
20
minutes
seconds.
now.
I'd say welcome to EXOP.
EXOP for Meg's blunder this morning.
Shut up!
Welcome to EXOP.
This is just reminding me of the dueling tournament thing with me and Jamie.
99.9 EXOP.
I'm gonna strangle someone.
What'd you get, Matilda?
11.
11. She got a 14 for you. There. I wish I had more time. I'd probably be able to put more detail into it.
I'm not that good of an artist, so I don't mind that it's not very much time. I'd love to
I'll
move
show you
on
mine
from this.
if you show me yours.
Well, of course, I want to see what you did.
Don't worry, I put my heart and soul into it. And you can see Matilda, your hair wafts down on one side. She's gotten like the kind of collar of your outfit ready. She's got like a very like chubby cheeked smile, and your hands are kind of prim and proper. You have good back posture, and there's no real background to it.
Okay.
Try to go for the more realistic route.
I appreciate that. It looks lovely. Thank you.
What did you make?
I'll turn it around, and I have drawn her kind of like in a American cartoon fashion. But it's like kind of from shoulders upwards. I've done her hair with like a dark outline, and the freckles on her face and things like that. Mostly like
Oh.
her face and her hair.
She'll take it. My gosh, what an interesting style. I like the way that you kind of got rid of my nose and I just have two big eyes there.
It's American cartoon, not anime.
Whatever.
Like, think like Superman comics or Superman
Okay,
TV show,
comics.
like that, like comic drawing.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Anyway, she likes the style.
Have you never read any American cartoons or comics?
That's Muggle things, right?
Yeah, I mean, if that's what you call it, yeah.
No. I don't think they'd be expressly allowed in my house.
What? They wouldn't allow you to read a comic? That's ridiculous.
Well, where on earth would I buy one?
I can bring some to school sometime for you.
Really?
Well, yeah, I probably have some in my bag.
Oh.
I particularly like Aquaman.
Aqua? Waterman?
Yeah, like he's a fish man who like swims around and kills shit.
Is he Spanish?
Out of character, I don't even know.
He's not Spanish.
No.
He's
No,
not.
he's not Spanish. Why would he be Spanish?
I don't know. Aqua. It's Spanish.
Okay.
That's so awkward.
I'd be fine to give them a look over sometime.
You really should. I think you'd find them interesting. They're quite entertaining. I have a feeling you might like Wonder Woman.
Do you pull some out of your bag?
They'd like be in her trunk. She wouldn't keep them in her bag.
Okay, cool. And so you and Gemma resolve for a time to go and share that thing together. Alice, you're with Darcy. Let's roll.
Let's say performance, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
It's 16.
18.
Nice. I can see Darcy with her tongue out. Got it. Okay.
All right. Okay.
On three, or
On 3.
should I?
3,
Okay.
2, 1, flip.
There. Don't hate me. And you can see a quite nice drawing of you. You've got kind of like an off-kilter smile. Your head is upturned a little bit. There's even a bit of shading that has been done along the jawline and contouring. Your eyes kind of sparkle. And your hair looks a lot better kept than it probably is. Oh
Wow,
my
that's
gosh.
Really
I was wondering how
good.
you get to do my hair, seeing as
I
it's
had
so
to
light.
get the wind because you're up so high that
It's like
know.
flowing.
yeah.
It's so cool. I like how you kind of made a darker outline around it in order to kind of capture the
Yeah,
lighter
I mean,
colors.
you kind of have to Your hair is so light that you kind of have to.
Yeah, or else it would just look like I was raven black hair. She like pushes her hair up. Okay. And Rose, you're with
17.
you're with who?
Billy.
Billy. She gets a 15. For her.
17.
You can see one that definitely looks trained. She has drawn you like that of a still life portrait, the kind where like someone might be sitting in front of a portrait drawer. So she has you with like upright posture and like hair flowing down on either side, and she has you in like a little dress.
I look like a Parisian painter. Well, that's kind of how I imagine Rose would doing this.
As for yours,
Rose, I got a 17, so Rose says, forgive me for a little bit. I had a little look into the future, just a little. As she presents Billy, but looking quite a bit older, and says, I see. It's basically her, and it shows her with a confidence, a bit of a happiness. I can't describe how she looks. She gets older exactly, but she looks
make me a
confident.
divinations plus wisdom check.
That's what I was trying to do earlier. 26.
This is her. Much longer hair, wild, bright blue eyes. She looks at herself. I could only dream. I look so pretty.
I can see a confidence in you. A good strength.
She kind of curls back and looks really embarrassed. She's very red on the cheeks.
And Rose just says, diviners make very poor painters. We never quite do what's in front of us.
I'd love to know more sometime about all of that.
He just smiles and says, your future is yours. I see what I see as the future can become from today. You have complete control over what you do become.
Might you be able to tell me what we're having for dinner then, Miss
Can
Rose?
I try?
You may not.
Yeah. Yes, probably the same.
For dinner, you guys are served stuffed duck and mashed potatoes. Then we have the end of day, so we'll be starting out a new day. A new day.
It's a new
Can I
dawn.
try something after dinner? We have that period.
We're not actually doing the free periods right now. No. Free periods are an actual mechanic that is offered at specific times in the campaign.
Fair enough.
Okay,
I love
we have
drawing class.
Defense Against the Dark Arts class.
Period. Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Oh, fuck me.
Is this your worst skill?
It's
guessing?
my worst skill. I have a -4 in this.
Yeah.
Wait, that was
Glass
mine.
seven
Transfiguration
this time.
was mine.
Yeah.
Her wand does not like DADA.
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm hyped. Let's go.
Oh, it's a new day, yes?
It's a new
No, I'm just
dawn.
Yes, it is a new day, so you can re-roll your thingy there, Rose.
Thank you.
And anyone
Nice.
who had used their double check notes, that is also reset.
Slay.
Okay.
Half of us.
You all together walk up the coiling staircase and exit on the 5th floor. On the right, you enter a long rectangular room. The area is bright and open. All the desks have been pushed to the far wall, and above you, Moving and shifting are illusions of colorful pictograms that depict magical beasts slowly running wild over the ceiling. Banners of colorful ribbon arc across the banisters, and on the walls you can see multiple moving photos. All of the same person, either posing alone or with friends, in front of world monuments and natural wonders. One larger one shows the same woman laying next to a sleeping dragon and patting its head with giddy amazement. Your classmates have filled the room, laughing and conversing loudly between one another. On the far side of the room, you can catch Wilfred, Delilah, and Rin messing with a marble bust that's set up on a pillar on the far side. Wilfred is ducking down behind it as Rin keeps asking the statue silly questions, and Wilfred answers, I can't seem to remember where I put them, my dear. I'm afraid I'm a little dense, he says, and he knocks on the head of the bust. They all laugh a little bit too hard at the stupid joke, and just at that moment, you can hear kablam! A big explosion rocks out. Wilfred screams, and the room goes silent as pieces of marble fly out in every direction like shrapnel. Oh. Good evening, class. You can hear, and you turn to see a smiling woman standing in the doorway and lowering her wand. I'm happy to meet you all. She walks in. I'm Professor Rojas, and what you just saw there was a powerful little spell called Bombarda. Did you want to give it a go?
Yes.
The class largely erupts into a frenzy of excited voices. All right. Everyone will get a turn. Line up in a single line, please, and we can begin class. Okay. So, ta-da! This is Professor Rojas, your DADA professor. And unlike the movies and books, we're not going to have her, we're not going to have our DADA professor swap out every year.
Thank God.
Can I have Rose just say, Madame, have you actually managed to stay on for a year?
Excuse me. I've been here for 8. I think 8 is the correct number now.
I always
Maybe it's
hated
what,
that whole
6?
thing.
Something like that.
There was
Yeah,
a reason
for
for it.
6.
There was a reason for this.
There is a reason. Out of character, and Professor Rojas wouldn't exactly be privy to this, but she feels very, very proud that she's the first person in a very long time to actually stay in this position. The out of character reason is that Voldemort actually cursed the position at Hogwarts, that they would need to replace the person every single year for whatever reason. So it's actually Voldemort. And when he died, the curse broke. And Rojas was saw a position at Hogwarts School that nobody wanted, and she's like, "I'll take it."
So this is we're not going to have a and somehow Voldemort returns situation, are we?
No, that's not this game. No.
Fuck no.
I just always thought the whole
Somehow.
premise was stupid that every year they would swap out. I was like, that is so
Yeah.
stupid. Why would he curse it? And there was like some reason. I was like, that's some bullshit.
Yeah, he tried to originally apply for the position. He was denied. He got upset, and then he came back to try to properly apply for the position again, knowing that he was going to get denied. But that was actually when he visited the school and hid the tiara.
The diadem.
The diadem. Yeah, he hid the diadem when he visited the school that day, and he got denied, and because he was very corrupted at that point already, and he cursed it in the. There's like a tiny little scene that's in the books where he's in the headmaster's office with Dumbledore.
He had beef with Dumbledore, so he was like, "Hey, let me just make your life inconvenient for the foreseeable future. Curse." Like,
Fun.
How do you
Unpopular
curse a
opinion.
concept.
Yeah.
Dumbledore is one. Sorry, not Dumbledore. Voldemort is one of, if not one of the most powerful wizards to ever have lived, so he can do that kind of shit.
Unpopular opinion: Mad Eye was the best D&D teacher.
You mean Barty Crouch Jr.?
You mean Barty
Yeah.
Crouch?
I know it's
not
Barty Crouch
unpopular.
Jr. I'm well aware,
I
but
still
I'm
think
saying
I
during
like
that
Lupin
time,
the
that was
most.
the fucking best.
He
Yeah,
was
he
the
was pretty
best.
cool.
That's facts.
It's Snape.
Draco becoming a damn ferret and getting caught in
Snape?
the air.
Did you say
Snape even
Snape?
Yeah,
Snake
Oh,
suck ass
He's the
at DADA.
worst.
I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness.
it was a joke.
Can't
I-
take
Unfortunately,
it.
but we cannot play with Lemon anymore, so we're gonna continue on for Defense Against the
Turn
Dark
to page
Arts.
395. It's like, shut up!
For pure humor reasons, because I think the image of him teaching Defense Against the Dark Arts day in and day out is very funny to me. Lockhart.
Lockhart, yeah.
Oh,
I do.
he was
I
horrible.
love Lockhart as a character. He's so detestable. Ugh.
Anyway,
He was a good wizard. He just didn't put in the effort.
Max.
Oh,
No,
I
he was a
think
shit
in the
wizard.
books he was pretty bad
He
at
was pretty
most
bad.
spell work,
he was
except
bad at
for
everything
memory
except
charms.
for memory charms. He was a
Yeah.
shit wizard.
But that's why it proves that he could have been a good wizard if he had put in the effort to just get better.
That's true.
Because
That's true.
he
Maybe.
was a
I don't
very,
think so.
very good with memory charms.
I'd rather
Anyway.
just,
That was it, anyway.
Oblivious someone.
Anyway, we'll continue. She stands in the front of the long line of students and paces as she speaks. Bombarda, also called the Explosion Jinx, is a special spell to be used on objects and never other students. Understand? If I hear of anyone ending up in the hospital wing for unjust spell work, it'll be a month's detention. Now, the Explosion Jinx is best used to clear debris or heavy objects from your path. While
It's-
destructive, the spell has helped me get out of a few tight positions in the past. In this class, we will be learning potentially lethal spells. Although this class is a controlled space, it's important that we set a precedent for the way you think about the spells you learn here. Now, can anyone tell me what the difference between jinxes, hexes, and curses are?
And
Hand-
Sure.
oh, That was
Ooh. Who said it along with you, Jordan?
Meg.
Me.
I'm giving it to Meg.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck
yeah.
you.
I was muted, but I was first, and I'm mad about it. That's my fault.
Oh, you're muted. Well,
That's what I
actually
Too
get.
bad,
don't
so
know the
sad.
difference. I actually
What I
don't know the
get.
difference between
History of
jinxes,
magic,
jaxes,
right?
and curses.
What do we roll?
I still will roll.
This is going to be a history magic check as well for this one.
Can I still roll?
I mean, it's a good roll.
Yeah, you can. You can still roll. It's just that Meg gets a D4 added.
Oh, wait, that's right.
Matilda.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't do well.
Oh, Matilda.
Ida's in the lead right now.
26.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah. Okay, one minute, please. I'm just gonna send. Okay, so she looks around the room and she can see one hand go up, like Ida and Matilda go really quick. Miss Gaunt.
Jinxes.
Miss
are-
Gaunt. Miss I, please.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That was amazing.
I'm sorry, Meg, but you got a natural one, so I'm calling upon God.
No, do not be sorry. I was also not paying attention, so that's why I had to say I'm sorry. I'm
Dude,
sorry.
that's fucking perfect because Ida would do that. Like, that's
Yeah, that's
Ida
a
would.
character.
Ida would do that. Oh, that's so funny.
Oh.
That was iconic, dude. I'm so happy.
Jordan?
Give Meg inspo for that.
No.
Why not? That was.
It was
funny
just
as
a
hell.
funny thing off accidentally.
Oh, I know it was an accident. She should get him inspo for
Do you
that. That was
think?
funny as fuck. Okay. I'm
Miss
gonna like
Gaunt?
give Ida like a look like bitch, and then I'm gonna look back, and I'm gonna say, isn't a curse something where you use those weird voodoo dolls and you poke them with sticks?
What? Oh, no.
You know, my
no.
cousin once put some little spoons into a pickle jar. She made them look like her awful friends and shook them up.
It doesn't have to do with pickles. No. And voodoo is a closed practice, but does exist in the world.
Is it
Um,
really? Well, never
I
say
always
such a
fucking
nice
forget. I always forget like the general like people, the culture that has that because I always think Cajun. It's not Cajun, but it's like adjacent. I just
Oh,
forget.
voodoo is Haitian.
Yeah.
Yes, that is true. Yeah. There's another like adjacent Haitian culture that in like
That would-
America.
Oh, Creole.
Yeah, it's the one that
Creole.
would form the French colony of. Yeah, it'd be the people that form the French colony of Louisiana,
Mhm.
specifically
Creole
around
Nation.
Atlantic City.
Anyway, um, uh, uh, Ida, why don't you give it a go?
Oh, okay. Jinxes are quick attacks, right?
Mhm.
Hexes last, and curses can be permanent.
Yes, very good, very good. A few people give a little clap with her. 5 points to Hufflepuff.
She's like loosely like there's like a book in the side of her eye that she's like reading. So she gets her fucking answer.
You guys got 20 points today. You are destroying us.
Yeah, they got fucking 20 points. Crazy.
Hufflepuff, let's go.
The
There are
crackhead
two
and the
of
rich
you and
girl.
one of the rest of
Yeah.
us. There are two of you and one of the rest of us used just to give
Hey.
us better chances.
Hey,
That's still crazy, though.
I have won the House Cup single-handedly before. I'll tell you that right
It
now.
is true. It is true. A group
Maybe
of
I
like
can get
all
my-
Slytherins. Then Jordan is a Hufflepuff, and like
No, it
Boom.
was a group of. I was the only. No.
I was speaking hypothetically. I didn't
okay,
quite
sorry.
remember what it actually was, but it was something like that.
Maybe I can convince McGonagall to cheat for me.
What the hell?
Flora single-handedly
1,000
Or-
points for just being you.
If
Friday
anything, she'd be a
I
Gryffindor
like the
fan.
color pink. 10,000 points.
10,000 points for cool hair.
And then you have Friday night where Flora single-handedly tanked it.
Wait, let me do my. Yeah, she did. She lost like 25 points.
I'm in the negative.
And 100 points for very good style, Mrs. Strong.
That would
There you
get
go.
me
There's
killed.
my-
I
Yeah.
can just hear one of the 7th year Slytherins just shit like one of the 7th year shouting, "Oh, for fuck's sakes, not again!"
Not again.
Anyway, continuing. Jinxes are in quick and immediate displays of power and control. Hexes create negative effects that temporarily last on targets, while curses, lastly, are spells that create indeterminately long or, yes, permanent negative effects. With power comes those who would abuse that power. Over the next 7 years, we will help you to have the greatest defense against anyone who may have ill intent. But enough of the doom and gloom. She waves her wand, and multiple podiums with marble busts land out of the ceiling and settle on the wooden floors like a firing range. Boom, 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 boom. Simply point your wand at a target, muster up as much of raw feeling as you can, and speak. Bombarda! And kaboom! One of the busts turns into a fine powder. Now you try. Everyone, attempt Bombarda.
Okay.
This is gonna go really shitty. I know this. Let me actually spell bomb correct.
Bomb.
Boom.
This is one of my better ones.
BMO.
Fuck it, I'll. No.
Huh?
I'll double
What,
check.
Aurora?
what's-
You saying something?
This is one of my better ones. I hope this is better.
Yeah.
Wouldn't so.
Ah, damn you, Jordan.
Okay, let's all start going down the way
Should
here.
get- you should
Ida,
give
you got an
Rose
8?
a D4.
Ida got an 8, but the first one was a 4. They still
Can I
failed.
check?
You
I'm
should-
gonna-
You should give
You can
Rose
double
a
check
D4.
notes.
She might be able to get it with a D4. Meg.
Oh, you words of encouraging me?
No, I'm
No,
not. I'm
no,
saying you should
listen.
words of encourage Rose. I can't. I took the neg D4.
Oh wait, that's
Yeah.
right. My apologies. I
Matilda's
totally forgot
the
that.
bully version of Hufflepuff,
Yeah.
where they can neg D4 people.
Yeah, I'm taking the neg.
Mm.
Hey Rose,
It's
blow it up.
what? Alright.
D4.
So,
One
this is a Hufflepuff ability that allows Hufflepuffs to give a D4 to people who can hear them.
Dude,
Uh,
9.
Talk them down. Oh, yeah. It was a 50-50 chance there. Okay,
Yeah.
so Rose got a 9. Alice, what'd you get?
I got an 18, I think.
Oh, damn, okay. Millie.
I could check notes, but I think we have another class today.
We still have more spells to roll in this class too.
Yeah, I don't want to do that for Bombard.
Millie.
Yeah, I got a 18.
Thank you. Edgar.
24.
24. Very nice.
Yeah, you have a -7 in transmit, but +7 in D8.
Yes.
Ah!
So, everybody casts out a few different spells. And as people are throwing off spells, Arnesia throws one out. Whip, crack, boom! Nice hit, Arnesia. 5 points to... And then Edgar, whip, crack, you are able to blow yours into an even greater bits. Mr. Coleman! Very nice! Let me get you a new one. She flicks her wand up in the air, and a new marble bust comes down for you. Give it a go. She gives you a little pat on the back. Wilfred's in the lineup. He's looking at his wand, unsure about it after Transfiguration class. Ida, you cast out Bombarda and flick your wand, and there is a little ding, like something got flicked.
Pebble.
Oh.
Professor Rojas, is that supposed to happen?
It's supposed to have a little bit more oomph to it. I always say more raw feeling.
Okay.
Give it
Okay.
more.
Alice, you're able to get it on your second try. Bombarda, there's like a little spark. Okay, Bombarda, and there is a flick, and it shoots straight up, and it like knocks the nose off of your marble bust. Woo! You got it. Rose, you're standing next to Wilfred in the lineup. Bombarda! You give a good flick forward, and roll me a D100.
Oh shit.
Oh my
Why?
god, no.
No, I'm not
Vacate the damn area.
I hope this kills us all.
No, you hope this kills us
50,
all?
50
God.
on the dot, dead average.
Smoke fumes from the caster's ears. Ah! Whoa.
Someone's angry.
Professor, can I just not do this class? No. Rojas just answers simply. He looks over toward Rose and like takes a step away from the steam coming out of her ears. Ow, ow, ow. It eventually subsides. Bombarda. And you hear a whip crack boom, and you see not just his bust is gone, but also the podium has splintered at the bottom. Mr. Gideon, 5 points to Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff!
Right.
Hufflepuff. He's holding there, looking at his wand, like, what the fuck?
Can I
He's a little
borrow your
scared.
wand?
I'm
No.
waiting for the fireball to happen.
Okay, the firing range kind of comes to an end, and you guys just get to kind of spar or attempt spells on your own. Everybody gets 2 more spells to attempt.
I'm ready. I know what I want.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
I know it when I want to try again.
Okay, I'm gonna do. Oh, okay. Take a wild guess at what I'm doing.
Aim for the cerebra.
Blue
Yeah,
shoe.
I'm gonna suck
Please
ass
do.
at this.
Infirma Cerebra. And then Saggio. 17 and 18.
It's a solid E for you there. Is there anyone you were casting Densagio on?
Wilfred.
Oh
I'm
my
gonna
God.
Infirma Cerebra him and Densagio him, so he's dumb, and then I can hit him again.
You hit him, and from across the room, you can see his two front teeth elongate. Hey! Oh my goodness! Professor! Professor! He yells out. Oh, Mr. Wilfred, just pop over by the hospital wing. They'll be able to fix you up right quick. He holds his mouth and runs off. Hey, Wilfred, that was really cool. No, gotta go. Wilfred rushes past Rin. Midshilda looks happy with herself, which I think Gemma would comment on. You look happy with yourself?
Of course I do. I don't like him. He smells like dog food.
You do know he's a Gideon, right?
I mean, yeah, that's his last name.
His father is the head commissioner.
The head commissioner of what?
The orders.
Rose enters.
What is it? What? Can you all please stop being so cryptic? It's not like I know exactly what you're talking about.
What are you talking
The
about? They're
orders.
ogres.
The orders are
Duh.
a magical law enforcement body. My father is one, quite a renowned one.
If he doesn't know what an aura is.
Oh, so he actually has a respectable father.
Something like that. But you best be
Interesting.
careful. You start messing with the greater houses, and, well...
I thought my house was the greatest one.
You didn't even know what your last name meant when you came in here. I'm guessing you are not from around here.
Not from around here, yeah. I've never actually been to Scotland.
Well, there's kind of a pecking order around here. Sure, Wilfred might be annoying as fuck, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't be careful.
Rose kind of eyes her with kind of, you should know me if you know this much, kind of an expression of, you
Toward
should
who?
know. Who's the girl?
Gemma.
Gemma, yeah. Rose kind of eyes Gemma with this, if you know this much, you should know who I am, kind of look.
I mean, you're from France, right?
And she says, yes.
You're from France,
Why
right,
would-
Aurora?
Yeah, my mother's...
Your
I'm
name
not
probably
from-
means a little less out here if you're from France.
She eyes you and says, have you ever met the Minister for Magic?
Not
You don't,
personally, no.
you don't... Wait, then you don't know who I am? You don't know the name Astral?
I'm
Why would
sorry,
a
who?
French wizard be in Hogwarts and not in Beauxbatons?
I don't know, because we're one of the best magic schools here in the entire world. Lots of people
Not
come
after the
here.
war, you're not. But
Excuse
anyway,
me?
Not after the war. Look around, not many people.
Well, that's far too... Well, that's...
There was a
That's
war.
too bad that you were sent to one of the worst magic schools then. Must say a lot about you.
Beauxbatons? It was beautiful, great. And besides, I'm 11. This is my first year. I think I was sent to Beauxbatons.
It was just like watching them bicker like popcorn. Crunch.
Rose
Hell,
grew
those
up
Frenchies.
like... Rose grew up
unironic.
like Jen. Grew up around everyone of an extremely high social life. While she has no influence, she knows what Gemma's like. She's seen this. And just says, I've seen you before. Commissioner's daughter, yes?
No,
you've been...
no.
No, my brain
Gideon.
failed. I'm sorry.
Wilfred
Sorry,
is the commissioner's son.
What was her last name again?
Drayton.
Drayton. Your name is sort of an important... Your name may be important here, but its importance seems to wane from local affairs, you know. Never heard.
As does yours.
There are two. Let me inform you. There are two Estrals currently stationed in different places. One, there is my aunt, Cassandra Astral, ambassador to the Muscusa. And then there is Celeste Astral, ambassador directly to the Minister for Magic, diplomat of France.
You must be very proud.
Like, yeah, she wouldn't give two shits.
I've got a intruding question.
What?
I succeeded on one of my rolls. Can
Okay.
it be aimed at Gemma while she's bickering?
Yeah, perhaps. What is it?
Wow.
Petrifies Totalis.
Mm.
Ooh.
Roll a stealth check, Ida.
Yeah, okay. I don't want to interrupt your guys' scene. That's
No, interrupt.
this is
I
funny.
really. This is
Nah,
funny.
it's funny.
Interrupt,
that is a
please.
23 total.
Congratulations.
I want to see her drop as I'm arguing with
Roll to
her.
hit.
Okay, hold on. 15.
That should
Okay,
beat most
that will hit.
issues.
So, as she's
I
talking,
don't think that would
you
hit
must
her.
be at this level.
Yeah, she has a high
Yeah.
dex mod and she's a willpower caster.
Can you double check?
Yep.
Oh.
Even at 15,
I can hold on. I can if it does hit, I can neg D for it. 1 second.
Okay, so it's gonna hit nonetheless.
Yeah,
so
it
whatever.
does.
Okay.
I'll
so
just like
she will turn
wait. I
toward
want to say.
Ro-
Let me say something. Let me say something to her. What can I say to her that would make sense in the context of this conversation?
Can you just
I'll
shut
say,
up, Gemma?
nah, Millie wouldn't say that to her specifically. She'll say, "What, Gemma? You don't pay attention to people in high places and their families? Thought maybe someone of your social stature would care about that sort of thing." Negative 4.
Excuse me. She gets hit by something. She goes falling forward. Oh no! And hits the ground like a wood board.
My bad.
I look over her and just say, you know, for someone who talks a lot, you do seem to go stiff when it matters most.
I feel like when you watch her fall over, just Edith's in the background, just like scratching her head, like I didn't do that. That was an accident.
You guys sure are making a enemy of Gemma.
You know what? If she wants to be that much of a bitch, I am happy to.
It's not like Gemma's the target. It's just like she done tried to blame something on me. She gonna get
Wayward spell.
Rose just smiles and basically final comments, just like, you seem to have lost your, I don't know, flexibility in this conversation.
She is unable to respond. She is
I know.
petrified.
Did we see that Ida cast that, or did she cast it sneakily?
I mean, didn't she just shout, my bad? So it's like,
I said no, I didn't shout at it. She was like, my bad. Like under her breath type thing.
Okay.
Also the
one
stealth of 23, holy shit.
I mean,
Ida, can I get your spells, please?
Yeah, absolutely. I did Locomotor Wibbly with a 2, and then
Okay.
Petrifies Totalis, which was a 15.
Okay, I'm giving you a P.
Slay.
Okay.
No.
Alice.
Alright. I'm gonna do Flipendo first. So 19 on that one. And then we're gonna do I think we'll do Tensagio. Tensagio. 15 on that one. So my totals were
You're good. You got an E.
18. Then team
Alice
vision.
overall.
Great.
Flipendo is able to throw somebody across the room. Very useful spell to have. It also makes people prone. Rose. Wait, doesn't
I
make
want to
people?
try one.
Yeah.
It flings. Flipendo flings people
Yes.
back.
It also
One
makes
hit.
people prone.
Yeah.
They fall prone.
Rose?
Rose?
Can I? I don't. I know this is. Can I ask the professor to help me? If she's not like busy with something.
Not right now. Kind of. So the mechanic that we have is that if you ever gain a free period, which we don't really do till second year, then you are able to actually like schedule a time to meet with her to practice spells.
Then I want to try. Yeah, but then I want to try Bombarda again.
Sure.
Why is my cap still on? 10.
That's a success. And your next spell?
I'm just looking. That's me. Soft. Damn it. I actually thought I was going to fail. That's the whole. I was going to do it twice. Petronius Totalis. So that is. I actually thought I was going to fail that, so I was just going to do it twice. Oh.
Okay. So Rose, you are upgraded from a P to an A. You're passing. Edgar, you're last.
Perfect. I'll do one Bombarda, which is a success.
16.
Yay! And what was the other
Did you get
one?
that 20 earlier?
No, it was
No, okay. Just
18
really high.
plus 7 or something.
Okay.
And then what was the other one? Oh my god, I forgot what it's called.
Do you know what it does?
Yeah, it's Infirma Cerebra. Let me write it. Infirma.
Hell yeah.
What?
Good spell.
Infirma Cerebra. Yeah.
Yes, that thing. With success as well.
Nice.
We hit 12.
Overall, you have earned yourself an E.
Yay!
Class. Yeah, you attempt out a few different spells, and you seem to be getting better. You feel a lot more confident when it comes to this class. Wonderful. Any kind of jinxes and stuff like that, they have a lot more to deal with raw internal power, or especially emotion, than they do about with specific wand movements or memorizing incantations. And so you find this comes a lot easier to you, Edgar. Mr. Coleman, you're a natural.
Oh,
Professor
thank you
Rojas
very
says
much.
coming by.
Thank you very much. I like to think that the blood runs in the family.
Just be careful. Don't let it get to your head. Lots of students, after first year, think that they can run the world. They go off, get themselves into little duels.
Oh, I can participate in duels?
Eventually, third year, they open up a dueling class. But I'm saying that lots of students end up getting detention for having duels when they're not allowed.
Oh no, of course not. Not anything that's not allowed, Professor.
Good. If you did want to view any duels, I know they do a lot of them down in the Slytherin Dueling Dungeon. Just in the South Campus in the dungeons.
Oh, thank you very much.
Follow for the
Professor.
sound of explosions.
Thank you.
Okay. That is Defense Against the Dark Arts. And I think as that class ends and the class bell goes off, you can, Professor Rojas commends you all on the work that you've done today, and even asks you guys to practice the wand movements for certain spells. And you guys have herbology coming up soon. Who knows what you'll be learning next time when we return for Magic Mysterium. Thank you, everybody.
Nice.
Okay, I will see you guys next week where we will do herbology, potions class with herbology with Professor Sprout, potions class with Professor Slughorn, charms class with Professor Flitwick, astronomy with Professor Sinistra, and finally at the very end, flying class with Madame Hooch.
Can't wait.
Can't wait. After next episode, we'll even be level 2. So
Woo!
after next episode. Thank you guys so much for playing, and thanks for anyone who stuck around for watching. We'll see you guys next week. Bye bye.